mia se beda sema eye mia ase yintopenya iwo ho de kude nenem jojo hunti ayenye enyare ike umia ga ale nkudo le kosida yame agede ejedodo mekpla medeka avedo akpoda be ale ka chefu pe agbojeje galefu demna mia noviwo le amu tinu salakofe kple agaveji plepenu gologwinu tuomo kata ale ike achia papa gbojejele yi yome hegale efudem now eyele do pe wawa mede afika e wodo na be mi dicha hegere fuma vaya yemie trogbo va fi ina menu chocho kude nenem nu mo kata ntire yi ta nyama aga yide megbe fun le dodo ma untio kemia ase bubuto Nicholas waklachia me kenya mome fiana as Ketu South le Dodomata. Nemi segbeda se mavoa ma atrova eye mavaye de mamleo you la sinya apemi agede genu toame.
We applaud their commitment.
I want to use this opportunity to extend my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for giving us our opportunity. He has bestowed a trust and confidence in us, and we have not taken it for granted. I am the MC for Ketu South Municipal Assembly, and we know for sure for the times past, tidal wave has been one of the devastating phenomena that we are confronted with, and it's still striking. Recently, about a week or 2 weeks ago, we had a terrible strike again from the tidal destruction. Homes got destroyed, properties drenched out, and a livelihood got affected. So quickly, we had a distress call, and I had to move to the site to see what happened. We had to only psychologically condition our people that since His Excellency John Dramani Mahama himself was there about 2 months ago and promised that something will be done about it as the past NDC government started the sea defense, the same thing will be done. But in my opinion, I believe that an alternative solution, which is the dredging of the sea, is the way to go. I happened to meet with WACA, West Africa Coastal Line Resilient Project officers. It's a World Bank sponsored group, and I met with them personally. And the methodology they used to dredge the sea at Zilnakoji in Benin, Republic of Benin, is highly recommendable. The sea will be dredged and the land will be reclaimed. And that will pave the way for 3 important situations. One, it will promote the artisanal fishing because the land will be reclaimed. Our fisher folks would have a space about 200 meters into the sea, and that will promote artisanal fishing. And then we have a very vast seashore for ecotourism. So in my opinion, I have subscribed to that dredging methodology as a way to go for now. Now, recently when the tidal wave struck again, I went to the site again and I recommended that there is an ongoing settlement place being built. It was haphazardly built anyway. The Excellency himself saw it when he was there to visit us. The places, the pillars and the structures got dilapidated already. Some got eaten into by the salt. But those that were sheltered, we quickly asked some of the people who were affected to move there. So I advised that the place should be filled. That those that were built or sheltered or roofed, they should be cemented so that some of the items that got immersed into the seawater be sent there, and they can also have a place to be lodging for now. As we wait for the dredging to commence. So, you know, the dredging is a capital-intensive project. Recently, when the budget came out at about 200,000 Ghana cedi has been earmarked for that, just for a way of cushioning down the situations. But I know with time, budget will be made for that, and the real dredging will commence. That is the lasting solution I am also advocating, and I think it will be done when the funds and the financings are ready.
The last time we visited there.
All right, so that is it from Ketu South Municipal Chief Executive. Okay, ele depema takpoma epen megbenye emakude achia papa gbojeje moi ike jiko ame gbogbo to kude ike ihan leme enyebe emme achiapo megugulu halome dede achiapo adodo yewenye defense yewenye monu ike oji ato blessusube nu yi tepe miekpo ike webe the regional minister olebe wayava amul atoza me de kakpele nenem nutoma meto ike webe after miedu miape independence anniversary vo olebe duplo landoche wa agava itepe ma okwa esebe enyebe do heje gome eye mokpokpo enyebe waje gome ekaba elabe achiafo a egale agbojem kokoko yapenya selao ke le eji yiya mia alenkude nyanjojo dowola ofe nkeke ayikenye nkeke etonle de siande legality atonle me yodo dade ahihia megodo heko ulenkude nyanjojo dowola ofe don't aviator the focus being the freedom ablode ike le wosi alum ele ike dulesia ha and now ablode menewa afonu mia agbolonyaw vovoma no me afonu awo fedo eye nejo ya pe me vovoma no mebe amerike abaklande ke da fi alo ano studio ano fedo wo ha mere agbolobe egbolonyade me soto me na yuta ya ko se ko de idokwisi avu ho agere miaji le mi afedo wo pe kwa aje asida memi alo panelisto wanu ai mi ano je dom kwa ejugbewo kaka maracho ekojo o foto menanya je do wala lo ele feel le do ko de tudeji o wo kamane ye mi ga ko le nku de mi anto mi afe do wo wo chenu ale ike mi afe do wo college pele totudo yiwo mi anna mi afe do wo eye mi afe do wo fa wa lo me yo ko mi de do me ha mon popo yiwa wanna mi le mi afe tutudo nya o fa paji la be ne le aba memele do ki o tumudo wa apo ebe ofenu wo pete ama adezo tututu kele enkeke mamea amuganto menya jojo wala ofofu regional minister make henye nya jojo wala wonye DJ member with good standing ihe no wona tefe plefe amekpepe yo kata mie emiasi bene wava akpede mia unti ne mia adejesi nkeke ya tohea wokata wono pekpe ame kele pekpe afe wowo me agbeda si vovovo odogo eyiko onye no hula menyao eyiko onye tutudo fe nyao na mi nyajojo dowola amerike mi asito he bene wava ana mi no chochoku de nkeki afe tanya ikenye reporting in the brave new world the impact of artificial intelligence, that's AI, on press freedom and the media. Yenye Mrs. Maria Kwame Jira, Executive Director, Yeno Miagbo Helen Kude Wanawunti, Nami Tohe. Ewo alododo ya. Again, tometoche wa woto. Miache mi le hole fi. Mi wa miache mi ato memory dagwe. Yenye Executive Director na Dede Media Foundation. Na min chucho deto kude AI fe enu wo wonti alaike waten ademia fe do wo je ye alaike wagaten agblenu de mia fe do wo wonti ye mi ekpo momafia na ho municipal wo ono wana tefe na mi ga kpo Akachi North iha enye boboto bless kojo katamani ihe no mi agbone ne make ho west ikebe yi no ife so takpepe me yila tepe ihe no wona me na mi enye boboto Prof Francis Duse ni we kpo go me kokpe de former MCE, former MP, and also a retired captain of Fujo plame mamle yo kata nkomie miasia wono mi agbo mi ape no to mafia o eyo kata kole do pe yo doa alo nya jojo do wo fe ape ha bobo a yo che wo no mi agbo eye chi popo abota wona ha wo yeji ke le wona pete mene mi peta nene ma gbedasi odo na go gbedasi ope dodoa edo onye na akoko fofo edo onye na tutu babia be tutu reji na wava eyo kata okude nya jojo do wala wo wunti ke zimenola na ha bobo a yenye the Ghana Journalists Association na amuganu to volta NOT apeto Emmanuel Agbahote yekpo monukpopo hedo jana aloko pe jan dona megbedasi that is his welcome address ayike wonea edejese no veviade ayike kude the welfare and na miapenya jojo dowala of welfare and support for the media. So the Ghana Journalists Association calls for improved media welfare and support. The Ghana Journalists Association has emphasized the crucial role of the media in national development, called for improved working conditions for journalists, speaking at the World Press Freedom Day celebration in Hull. Volta region, GJ chairman for Volta NOT, Emmanuel Agbahote, highlighted the importance of fair wages, professional development, and better working conditions for media practitioners. And here are his words, and I'm quoting: "We must pay closer attention to the conditions of service for media practitioners. Many journalists work under difficult circumstances with low pay and minimum welfare support. I believe that this trend could be changed, and this is my prayer that with time, media owners, stakeholders would rise to this fight if we expect journalism to thrive. Then fair wages, professional development, and better conditions, that's working conditions, must be prioritized. This is an agent call to stakeholders to also support initiatives that improve media welfare," unquote. Mr. Agbahode appealed for support to complete the GJ Press Center, the project. And that's a project in the Volta region here. And that was where we had the day that was marked, which was stalled due to financial difficulties. He expressed gratitude to the regional minister, James Gunu, for his assurance of support for the project. The GJ chairman, however, acknowledged the contribution of media owners, stakeholders, and individuals who have supported the association's efforts. He specifically thanked the Sister Says Artillery Regiment for donating 500 pieces of blocks to the Press Center project. All right, so amegbulebe tanya ikeji mi edu azanto heya lenya jujodowalawa yenye A Brave New World: The Impact of Artificial Intelligence on Press Freedom and the Media. Okay, ta yenye gbedasi ayike the chairman Zimenola na muganu takole oti jojodola pe habobo ahede ego eto ati yave vio kude jojodola pe edowawa ikenye ngoi edo heheva miape dukwa mesia menyebe akpadeke ada akpadeke lemo ope dowowo to gbobe enye do sesende ha le eyi sesomo alo le yi yokata me jojodola o jagbagbare siande be yiwa awo yoto sinu ahenu chuchu akwakove kenu yike ko yibia ko nyebe ne wa tude ope dowo no oje now pekpere unava le lamese gome le ganya gome ne nyebo wo ope dovo fetu yiwa henawa ne wa atude eji elabe onye amedo yike odi agbagba ehia no chocho yo kata nye kuhio le mi apedu kome kula pe no to mesia de ego betotro ne wa ava akpamao ege yi eji head na po abotana nyanjuju ameyu odo nyanjuju do ope abe eyi ko odo do ope a edo dono na ala be yo we na monu popo nyanjuju do wala yawo eye wozan ope platform so kodi ya ope nutete odego eye ko hia totro cover miape no tome ega dakpe na sister si miape gbadagbo sister says Artillery Regiment be yo chome da sele miano miape Press Center enye tepere ike wodo bene watu wanye miape do wope miape takpepe akedo ameten la fochom tututu de ega pe enya deka efedo ta ke alododo yiwova. Sister Says Artillery Regiment deje to hebona 500 pieces of blocks bene wako ade alo ko de alo ko do your chopper support the donuti other companies so and some individuals yi lo to sino no chairman hohoa apeto kafuikanyi kenye zimenola hohoa be yowe ejagwagba hede doduma otome ke regional minister help abota na depe pokpede wen ike wonana habobo ya wokatan kaka ovazo regional minister fifia odejesi eyofa echi abota na nyicho call citation koko na depe no tepe ewowo na habobo eta ke nemi ejole akpama regional minister ha efonu to boba mekpekpe no mi asike mi afa mekpekpe anu ike won lenkuda akwenye be egbe mepe artificial intelligence pe nu wo ele ike wa devinami pe nu fafia ye eyi eji ke regional minister ha help phone ko to the advocating for responsible AI in journalism ele ike mi as responsibly hena mi afa tutudo me eyenyu ike odejesi bele egbe nkupuvu ya me ike mielia AI benye nyare ike ba di anyi kiale ele na nya jojo wala be no wa ho hehe adodu ya le AI zaza wonti akodo pe do wo de ngo ako agbolo ako nanu chocho nwi alun chocho adodu ya benye ike ahe mama ko ve ora ke ike ahe de ka ko ve eye wa he tutudo ave eye ma dale mi apese ike blami abenya jojo wala enewa newa wa ablami nemia azon le dodoma enu eye le yi yame ye kemiele nkufufu pe monwa ele na dola halo habobo abe wale nkude ale ike habobo menolao wa aza nkufufu le wo fe edowo ododengo eye miezo azon cho eyi yo kakava sede efi ike miedo fifi ale nkufufu modan zaza amea miele nkude emma opete wunti eye woga a call for public-private collaboration so benewa ano alododo malun fafia pe wana wom na nya jojodo wala which are workshops le yi ma na wa kono wo fe edo wo tumdo yenye nya ike wo dade ayame nyicho kude nya jojodo wala o fe enya wo wunti kemia pe nya sela ya chemi do mi afa zanfo emegblebe geto wo to eye gbeda si ike chodu kpolo lagbo eye nanya jojo do wala me yike ne mi va gere mi afa nya jojo gbala okole nlo pia wa nya henu chocho ma ha ave na mita mi ato ale ike wo hia yenye eya ke mi bia cho du kometo amesia megbo bene wa awo deka enya jojo do wala menye mi afa futo wonyo abale ike kokpo vito chogbolo ne be mi anovio ko yonya abia che mi anovio ko minye emia alasi awo edog ake the fact that mi amedo mi atwedo mi adokyoji abe mi jibe mi afia edo nya jojo wala wa mi alemona nenem no vire elabe hehe yiko kwa ese ike blape do wa yo gede ozana ko wona wo fe edo we ta mi alalo eye mi opete mi akpasi plesusu be nya jojo wala wa wo fe do vovo manome wa wo fe do nkume makpo to nenye be holo wonde wa me nenye jojo wala de nye holo no va no ya balanji enanu chochoa mega nye fefesese na ona nye be iha fe edo yenye ma ewom wolelo eyeleti ya melofun ple nuoza eganye releti kemi agako adejesi miano no tepe wala wo ha dem ya penya sela gbeda se de ka fe do wa gado mi agbo yi onye egbe yiwo o hedego lekpepe ame eye ne mi trogba ona yiwo le mi asi wa agado mi agbo amede le yoyo menya ka be akokpere hu ya gake mi ayi atrogbo ba.
I think it's
to truth and public service. At this point, Mr. Chairman, I would also like to acknowledge media owners in the region whose resilience continues to sustain the industry despite financial and operational difficulties. God bless you for the hard work, and this must be continued. Their efforts provide platforms for journalists to serve the public and also contribute meaningfully to our democratic process. Ladies and gentlemen, that said, we must pay closer attention to the conditions of service for media practitioners. Many journalists work under difficult circumstances with low pay and minimal welfare support. I believe that this trend could be changed. And this is my prayer, that with time, media owners, stakeholders will rise to this fight. If we expect journalism to thrive, then fair wages, professional development, and better working conditions must be prioritized. This is an urgent call to stakeholders to also support initiatives that improve media welfare. Mr. Chairman, colleague media practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, a key project at the heart of the GJA, if I should mention GJA, I am relating this to the Volta and Uti chapter of this noble association. The project at the heart of the GJA in Volta is what we are seeing here, our press center project, or the press center, which was started by my predecessors or the previous.
It's the Global Morning Show. Wake up to an exciting morning.
All right. Ke mia ayi de mia pe mom mafia apeto Steven mia chweko be mi ho solidarity message to egbo kele efe nu fofo mea enam yesego mebe I fe vava be mom mafia enea imeva na yedokyo menye eyike yava adide yepe kotokume abadiga na yedokwi itoko yajipe yiva okebo eho nutua ikenyi municipality ya eya yevana be ya atuodo ta nenye be miase choya balaji eya jine wado ameseme gbo benne mieva sebe efe ya me efe ike gbona ko obe ije filling station do obe ije jifo hotu obe iva fle limousine iva woke mapetere ne mianya be propaganda ya wonye ne mi ayoye ne mi abiagbe no medede yo kata helea ne ya na mianya eyoga na kaka na ejinya jojo dola be ya gbo le vuvudi ezakplekele be ya awoda kple onya yoye kwa ya tona bobobo kebe for the benefit of miape amesusuwa honorable Stephen I don't think beda si ke wona akpuereko le miape wona emme ameikenye momefia na ho municipal assembly de jesibe imeva de yepe ekotoku metal nenye be mi esebe so let me just do the English aspect of it, then we will listen to him and we'll end this one here for the morning. It says that please call me on the phone. So I'm trying to quote him verbatim here, just to tell you that for me, my office is open to you 24/7. If you do not understand something, please call me on phone, because without you, I can't make it there. That is a message, a direct one to journalists. But I know you can help me to succeed. So please, I am open. And it says, and stating emphatically, that I am here for you, for the people of Ho. I am not here for my pocket. And he's repeating that he's not here for his pocket. So please, if you hear something, if you hear that I have started establishing filling stations around, it might be a propaganda. Please call me.
Hardworking members.
It's something very good. And I'll advise that, because I realized that she has done some extensive research on AI. So I'll advise that we all pick the message and then we go through. I don't want to bore you with words, but just to tell you that as for me, my office is open to you 24/7. If you do not understand something, please call me on phone, because without you, I can't make it there. But I know you can help me to succeed. So please, I am open. I am here for who? I am not here for my pocket. I repeat, I am here for whole municipality, but I am not here for my pocket. So please, if you hear something, if you hear that I have started establishing filling stations around, it might be a propaganda. Please, kindly call me.
All right, so that's a short message. The rest are for the association. So you'll not listen to that one, but the one that you have to listen to. Yenyema. Ita yenye kakadeji ayike onya. And someone will ask, why should it be filling station? Did someone establish filling stations where they were the MCE? So Miakwako Asede Afima Keg, but that CEO cho the other municipal and district chief executive Openko Heme Yogwa Okata Hokude Aleike Yewa Awodo Asi Asime Kulenya Jojo Dowala Labe Yo Manomea Yo Fedoa Ma at the go your way according to Travena you you chen me the day you kill you are now and some pledges were made to the association Mako Adwalo Miape Press Center Bewa at Gigi a Donneji Newa Awu Enu. Never yasalao. When you know you old domo that chomia bocho water company via swearing in of MMDC, the MDC is Kakakova World Press Freedom Day celebration. You when you came call that the miagbo le egbato Jimmy are getting a jungle of at the right time and then the papers yemia anna minucho yo ha hecho genu tuame ebewa adomiagbo ke yoyola me yojibe yewa ayo yo agbolo nyadeka evede kude nu chocho yo kata hemena lakpaya manami monu pokpo vide benemia agede kapo jesi ajinami negbeda si hanu asewa adweda mito 0203 766 500 atawaga yo mito kapo jesi macheji fa 0247 900 764 0247 900 764 alo 0203 766 500. Maybe I do dono nanya jojo do wala lo alo nyare la si okude chinya ontilo alo mi apenu to meto yo de do asia aten agede eka jinami yo la gbanto ike la fia mi senko. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sajijo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akpe me ko yi fuko ma le kajina to klebe. Me dugbe na won to pele global so do wala ko ti dia. Ya wala doji. Nko mnya we dwaza. Anya kpo menya wa. Journalism dori menye interview. Dore kamera nye interview la ingba ya jota ma kwa botana mi. Maga don seminar bele ke nya be mo me sia pe regional minister pe ame o don semi be mi aka wa do kemile me ko se ele te pe nena re ki kamia regional minister be office le fufu MC be office le fufu abere ke ya to che gbole be ime vada ibe kutukuma nya te pe nya gbole nbi a eno nya kala no nya gbole me ko be eta bullet o da
Valo,
yo, akpe mi ole doji. Mi atemile. Ento holiday dem mi Dubai me la nom ya be sister station. Kanek pole ki me pe fuire. Mo benye do ala me nyum pole ki me pe fuire. Ye, ento re me nye dobi. Sa di jo ko ide nya be tinya go mi de kuku Ghana Water Company. To fi da gbe gaga wa sere gbe jora o tuti. Mi de kuku no vutie.
Yo.
No vutie to fi da gaga wa sere gbe o tuti. E ti ma jodo le o bo ba fi de ko. Benye be mi agbo ba ko nto me de yo. Ga ko ide dia. Mi don ku de takra pengo to o do duro de bai. Mo menyo Sajijo. Mi de kuku. Police wa bare o to ano ga hola mo sira mele tefe mi de kuku. Mele mi de kuku pa ka ko ide isi ji to che gbo mi de kuku no na mi timetable. Eto o na mi lo shede ka me gbo ba ti akadi mi de kuku enu elefu de nami.
Yo.
Akpe.
Yo fokomla akpe ka be akeme donye babianu menyame MC meko tuda sio MC meko ndeke da sio be da bullet meke abajinya do MC me o da bullet me overlo. All right, yenye fokomla to weche ekame ejibe ya adenu people no kode chinya no fokomla obechi nyicho afida prememeda gbe kukidova ekenye low voltage penyao kele Pando kple agodome. Tope treatment plant dododova echozame komise kpeve toche ta obe chozama me kaka vasene egbea wala mokpokpo mebe echie aje dodo echie adona me yokata ho defunata emi no kpora be kaka ne zadore emewe kpochi me kpochi minane mia ase nkokwa nemia anya be nyatepe PRC penu chocho ikemiele waiting for the official release from the Ghana Water Company eleme tututu tane chokpede hunde anwasi okude azaike nyajodo la odu bedasi iko dogo miafe MCO ofe edodada asinao bakpele echinya yo hemedede goa yo pete ejibe ya denu emekwa mia asenko yi mele mia sizanta etaflache mia wesigbe vide hello good morning.
Yeah, morning. Yo
Papa
ege wela metakoro
yo mekumia foke ya
wazi sapa de kaji
yo mekuiji
masa mon foke ma tu benamia be MCA.
All right, Isaac Papa me say iji na me
Yo program I who want to call that is any program really eye MC la ale hemi chu committee he over nominate who cause the court this into the college be nyayo pete ko pro they be do wa afa me deka
okay
bia ma afa me se pre ma ope job nyu na hisia yi ya ko bro mi a journalist ore mi a gonya fi anyale nuke ho me po ne va gblela ko kakade ya me kuna nya be ezunu gbegble ta mi a opete du comme vi opre mi a be mi a journalist ore enyi ha hemele lu pole fire mi a o e gbodo ogwe plibe mi a no nu kware to tome nuke ho me po re me ga gbelo ela bene me pondo he nya gbele kula e fi ade wura me kenila ezo me vore alo ala pato e ya ko gblo be pere une ya wodo be do ne yi nwere to ko be ya nyi mi a be MC kurachela ni ama no me de ma to wan wo e be do wa debligo kanye close ala e do le mi asu ngo be mi akopere mbe wa wodo be e fe dola na ke e wa debligo le wo central akpena o
akpe omeyo nye close ya demo nyajujo dollar jako yo lo akeko do kyo debe anyway you're also part of it akeme nyajujo dollar inyo. All right, 0247900764 akule 0203766500 echito pakpaji elo nyajujo dollar pakpaji lo do dede asinam ya fe momefia otoye ye kawe bi aden ma mi senko. Hello good morning. Me for le la meseme
yenta kwen ma wude mi kata me nyo do lo kata fa gbeta mi awele doji
yo mi auche
mi awele do otu enye ni ke majitu mi agbonya be mi agbagbaje la be mi mama ku meto bi kata kala dizu mo ha yo mi anu mi ma se nya de ko ka nya wo do la ashime kle mi anio ne Ghana kle amganto kle ho municipal na de ngogbe nya suade ko la shinye na nya jododo lo katanya be fifi ani ro yi fifi adema ka nya ne didi nya gbo be ne are ne ko kle kwa nya dede eduogbo ne mi nya ku mo nya mokokola nya dede eduogbo ye mi okere yoyo lo hala ne mi ma se na de mu mi me ga ba de nya ma de ya me ke nya jododo la ko anya kuke na yoyo la makle nya jodo la anya onu nya tefa be nya jodo lo so dejila wonya nya tefa ben ka nata ta adeso ayidan gwagba aleke na fem fi hagla nkata ha nya jodo la na dola shimekle ni na no mu yi nru a ni dida gu neni neni ado mo kataru neni adeso ayidan gwagba Victor ya makegbona menyele gede ayikegbona ma nyonya jodo la ni yo lo haninya nyo ko genemi Victor do no ko nyane mi le ntuama nya fa mo nyaaw do du nya agle nyaaw ni le glaji no ge na no ko mi ne fota to banka ne ni ke ji mi na ke kele na kele mi ela bana fu do me jole apanya jodo la na wele do ji ma wona irani e ji ma jetu nya gboba ya be president alade otu ne no wunu a alo ni le doji ne mo wunu a nya na ila do mo pere nto na ko na ngbe no wunu Bula makuri nyanya ja do la kata asma ji la kata de sake senya ba. Na fa ki aka sumo lo to fo bla nenye ya de. Ni aja gbagba ne ni apere na Fatma de. Ne wo wu.
Okay.
No wu. Apena mi.
Akpe for Maclean be egere mi aji. Enu chocho ona na me amagbele be press center. O me wu enu ta mon pokpo ele na me yo bete hen tete lo onu be yo wa akpere mi on be press center na yiji wa wu enu a anemia agere mi aji lo. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sister Jisha, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, Madam Christopher from Waking up.
Yo.
I got to I am a Kasungo.
Yo.
Now we do Azalo.
Yolo.
My daughter on me. Like a man in the appeal. I'm a value a year. One must belong to a political party. Takanake never back of full body. A dog get I hear from Malala. I was I do politics to Bola politics.
For Christopher, Tronam nwire ne nyame ne ko ne mene ko chain mata ase nwire melese ga ke meme ko tutu ta.
Okay, mere kwanwa.
Mere kumiji.
Ya amana ko globale amma siama le la vi ke lo la ko deswa. Ma kama belong to one party or the other. Kana nyame was working ayo ko be journalista. Never over microphone bola wa edo. Ne do party bola na wa party no. Nyama no nyama do ya de bajuro mi papa kake. Ti ma ko ma ten bola fe no go. Ya ta me nyama mi ma ga juro ala bana na ba fuma ke aba party de ta tu am party de de. O ba do afa ma jota anyu ma ga gere ma kura ku.
Okay.
Ala nya toro ba ti ba wono ba ti e pa person gugu ke ma toro ba. De koko gbolo le fike ko report amake activity be alo channel 1 be report ke de cv ofu afemene tai o ide lekia ke be koko je ko matuya plebe ke ya koko le question obiala me ko english le me ela bana nuke eju enyemela and led campaign one of the aspirants from the central town lefia na ko question ko fati ke dia mela bele ruko ba defend you ba le fuma fati Fred who ban ya gro mela he was the issue at got him question here ati anu le fuma ko led campaign 2016 one of the aspirants the NDC primaries ka aspirant mama widow. Yeah.
Fred ho begal melefi wa defend enyayo kata hegbloelo tata flache manyo be magade mobe na ayeji na wa be medemona le nyento yefe colleague attack le mia who was a staff here e wa dole fi ya checkpo na he is
me de ko jagba kunya mama.
Okay.
Nya be do jagba na kunya to we this allegation is nya ke bromele ele maru nya lemo.
All right, nyamata agbolebele ma alome elemo Fred ntoha mele afi adasi wajabe even nyajojo dollar ntokra dasele efe koleku amedele nya tovo gbolode nu taflache mai segbo wherever Fred is. Good morning to you. He's one of the hardworking guys in the industry. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, Togbe.
Oh, I miss you.
I miss
I
you
don't
too.
say you too miss me too.
And look where my vote, tell him about miss.
Oh, I probably did that. That is you. You are worried too much. No, well, I thought. Oh, that's all you feel like. Wait up for that all.
Me,
I see Papa belong at Yeah, serious call out. We are journalists. And then you have them better than you. Yeah, better my cost. I see Papa too. We are journalists.
Oh, me a journalist. So come wish you a journalist. I come a journalist.
That's what you tell me like a journalist.
Oh, for total.
I thought that, yeah. And yeah, serious call out. Me talk one man. That number that me talk one man. I see many. Yo, mi da se la yang go. Ni ka na ka na ma ta da ni àwọn mi am da to ma yin go. Ni a go mi ra chi lu to me. What to nu to me. To Christmas, allo Christmas ya. Ai da le tia na sia. Allo le tia to me ka ko ti ban ma to. No, we can't go to 3 days ever. No, but no one. Then what is life?
Yeah.
I'm not one.
Echo.
Your grass cutter, they are there for back.
Akpe, Madam Mokpone, Egbe Magbe, the Honto Bebete Wase, Ebeko. Hello, good morning.
Mama Daddy job.
Papa.
Oh, overdose then Gobelo.
Akpe.
Journalist you can support party cracker at Tom Mexico. Da Namerelo Acquisia, a camera to General Galapa, a can be a little Mama Dijo. My brother Alan Lebridge here, Nifu, Nika, Nifako, Choncho, MPP Tank, Kawasaki. Kake Oko, Grade about Grade, Gatara, Meka to the SDA. Ekemi gba pe ya ke edo gan ke bi le fimire o mata ku grava lo pe godogodo akore megbo mama jijo ala minya be ke lo fu kata ke le ehule ti o la assembly ete no zwe administrative executive yi to ata to me ke mi o pe wa lo eto da gba o akore me for any time egbo asa no ngle de to ali ko agbo we nyu de wi ade ni ajiro
okay
tanya de kuku be na ko edoro ware ekpeke ime ayake ime glory no akọ ede me kini common sense ya me glory be do agbanle no tanu akwera be e ka de oji to su be edo gan kini le fimi do ya me de mangulo po ala jore me gbere ka gbo wa so yan gugu na mi wa iple abo mi le fimi kwa le be su ya ro yi odi ifi anya abo to agbo bu yi tojo o je to agbo yi tojo ta si bo ko yo lowo che kemi ta na mere yori me ja katra to be ami epe yo ne so pele ke to nu buku ku mata so ami ete le poto angede me o ti pe angede me police be ngo be yi ku ye are yo ke le te pele ka ko be yo kata yo pe bene so te pele ka yi ta ba de no gbo po efeli era be mata so e ata e lu nya la o ke mi wi wa ti ko ato mo le ti fu yi ma o toto gbe na we ta ka wa sra ngba je gbe lo ta ya de kuku be ne no jisi gbede amese me ne glot of nya ko kuku be ne ko ni to le me alo ni to be gbede to ewo a to ni to le me akodare ngogbe kara se gbede to un so di kona yi ngogbe mama ji o chile ja jalo abuyo kono bola akore gata me e kenu ga jawa ko bola akore gata ko ti o yi no jujo
yeah
station e le simi no se klonu a ata ti ro ba le ko alo je me akola da enu bu me di jeta ja go be uko do da se zuma na to ta akodoko de zuma akodoko de o fa fi me iko fa fi gbagbo yi ma yin o ma deji o se te ko po so aro ropo ne gere station elewe te pe do la mata do tu yo tanya de ko yo on to station no we no anyu plus be o mo kan asem le nu popo ko be elewe la ba me no pe la wa ju ero afi wa anyu de me to gbana foto afi ga ti we ti la agbaje ya kela me nyawo tele gbese me le gbese ni mama jijo me de kuku be ekpo hu market efe ekho be nu fe ke tare station en wa o ga koro de ekho won abe window nene na ko be elevo vocho down ka ina to pe ta me le kuna dere ame ti o gbogbo be che wa ta wo tu abe o me ton ya fowo ko so nelia ti le vovo gbo meje ta no wa di da ko su be ma ba geja me le ti bere ka gbo le no tere ingete people la fopala je me la gbe ti wona wa ya olu la fopala ko na po eko gara fa khaji le fimi ko apo mi de glomele ape o le dori
yo for Martin akpe vonebe mada sila mesia me wona gbolo efe susu agaro me susu ofe gbogbolo ya ba he maso kokofe da ehia be garo me anema ano emolem na do eyemi oha ne be mi adenu je dodo me a mi anyanya yo mi adare ya me kle yo me hia be mi adare ya mo. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Tayo.
Papa
Mi ale dori.
mi oche mi afoke ya
Sefaji Chusumina.
yo wezo
Yo, Mama Jijo do bene mi afa regional minister kle mi afa MC. Naga do bene budget officer le au municipal assembly me kle mi afa assemblyman takala godo kwenwe kwa assemblyman o katan. Ole donyo de wole moji le fuma. Agbayo katan retu takala godo kwenwe a
Chotoa, ole fuma, Fifiano Gaito, ole fuma, ole ticket to Nami, Bename, Oqua Bava, Simomaga, ticket, no ticket to the ticket more. When Oquabe, a Ghanaian, 2 senior company, a banana, 2 va, Takalamo Galenia Chamba, Abu Sampa Beruna. Dami de Kukune, Amayo Katangele, and most of Black Baberi. No document, ne, Ubano to ticket in already Megania and Margaret. Ne, Amenobi, Kume Pokore Kenan.
Okay.
Eh, Koi Iri. Naglene, regional police commander, very. No, do who to me. This Bible check, job, check, you come and let me as we know better than the other day. Nova for I mean, you call Gerardo, check, you come and we know where. Madam.
Yeah.
Nyajo do already open door already. I'll open door na the elevator them talk. Gake amegede o mebu nyajo do lao. Nukata. What are to photo mene nyajo do lao akolobe yu be sabala jela la onu. Eje bugua. Ameda to akọ awonu be akolobe no po nyajo do lao no wi akefe. Politician wema aputo mena nyajo do ala globe sabala jela ikwe abe sabala jela eje sabala jela ma me to onwa ta amede o ko me dia lo politician da o ko me dia ri no me buo nyajo do ala o ko ndende kamo de yo nto gazige ma globe gazige ma una ota esi dada na o ke mi wata po nyajo do ala ko na o ko abe kokoro di ne ne yo ran apodoji. Hey, Matede, many never go to Mianu Nola, the yo, Kenya, Medicine, to Quito Gilawa. Yola, Miagrane, politician, men no less serious than Yawa. One of a no less a 2 years training at the door already. One of a enemy never go on a door, let go left Fumeri. He left Fumekebale, a Dowari. American Mabu, Abala Gerala, Nore. Go, Gamete, Doko, executive youth, declare to go and touch all the phone. Oh, my God, tell them, I galaxy, and yet, politician, I can't call any pay, Chabala Jala. Politician, no boo, Nyado,
yo, Akpe, for Sefaji, Bobua, Achua Messia, Megbo, Nanya Jojo, do allow, leke, Udado, Awuha. Ope, don't judge people with Ope Ndodo. Alo, don't wait until Amie is in a beautiful, the finest, and the most expensive clothes. Ape ade bubu nene me mount yo. Mi akwa yoyola ko se afi tamaho abe yoyola mamlento le egba toji. Hello, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning. Mekumia fokea.
Louis on the go so yeah.
Yo, Meku wezo hiji.
Yawale doji.
Mi oha, mi ole todom.
Nyabe si ya le nambe zere nyabe MC. Sa dombenya. Nyabe zere oglo.
Okay.
Afi wa ada konea ku pe Syria college wa. In fact, ale ko fonu a ajama ko amenyenye leme. Enye amedodula enya tamako sebe enya sienya blola America ma ga wali gefi de tan ko cross ebe mo.
Okay.
Ele tuam amesia me pone day in day out. Ta no nyebe allegation da doa a Syria college so subore gbo amezan ha mu communication le Syria college wo de kura do ta the near to Berabunde, and to a who called Destiny a woman municipal. I can't water, yes, one jello.
Okay.
Now, many the dog on my head for the Lelea, coming to book in a 24/7. Another dollar. When you have me on war, I will make a year, Duama, collect okay, pocket or our many yaw. Tame, I mean, I'm to Beretta Bombe, and talk about that in there. No way, no go keke.
Yo, akpe.
Yo. Do bene yabe amazare kale Who ana go koji.
All right.
All koji.
Yo, for Louise on the go, Christopher Afove, for McLean Togbe Ata Isaac Papa, for Martin, Mame Yopete Henya Yomikwa, for Sefaji, Miopete me edak bena mi de mi ape eyo yo wuta for Komalache. Me dak bena, which I know, press center, me power, come everywhere you go, you day empty. Ya wela lo dom edo fi me bete ko awe wanyo mi ga de klemi la mereke no agwajeje ya la mesia menu ga kedo ko nele wo fu a ya kota ne ga ba do ta flache a o vaje na be de du ile wo ene atami obete ko atu Ghana duko wa anyolo akpe de mi ape torodo ta me pe nya sela gbe da se de ka do le mi ase don go je mi le Facebook Jimmy Akpomi Global 105.1 FM nenya type kwa Akpomi eye ada ogbeda sido de afama mi ahlenwo du kome kata ase le studio na mi gbeda sito 0203-766-500 ata wanto WhatsApp alo text message mi ahlenwo mi for Prince Charles Ghana Water has refused to open taps in Chiquota for a month. Last Monday I went to them and before I reach home they open it. Now it's closed again, and it's been 7 days now. Yo, for Charles, Prince Charles, na nyebe gale toji abe me like beda side. Taminga now egbe checkpo kaka edu afisi afi. Obe banquet toche men le yogbo echie. Menya be chie me gale dodum tutu hafi fidagbe issue. Kule memre dagbe issue. I have a vapole rectify ye choi vayu. Atamia no mokpokpo mebe. Ale ike P.R.C. Dotato apeto Philip agbezudo hegbole nea becho iva izamame a amedeo waje chikpoma mia kwese be mia meyo akpochi ya mia na mia nya meyo ha melechi akpomwa mina ne mia anya mia aga adede do wofi agbo be chiere no wa adu amesia megbolo Philip Abochi. I said the NPP's demonstration will not yield anything. Whether the NPP guys do demo or not, the Chief Justice will go home. The NPP should stop making unnecessary noise in this country and focus on the embarrassment results they had during the 2024 election. I salute Honorable James Gunu, the Volta Regional Minister, and the MC of Keta, Honorable Wisdom Siade, Philip Abochi from Keta. All right, Akpe. Philip, OMC don't bebe ameyo where the reclaim lands where okwe kozu Tokyo to mere togume no gume okole regional minister na minya be MC Evava who is also an active member of the assembly kwa yo aja wagba de sia de be yo ho anyigba mopete wagbugbo anye jidudu to ta yi keme wona wa je gome wa yeji kwa abubuto wisdom sia de Mia Asewonko together with the regional minister. You also understand the regional minister and the council of state member now the Volta region. Wa get it takala nto ame egbe. No ike tutu woge we na nenyebe no opete wo sogbevo mia anna do kometo ne wa anyalo. Mia fenya selao. I hear be mia hodo mechocho po vide egbanye 118 days and this dunya gbolo ha ehozi. Ghana duko ele duko kpolom. Leke nekpo dukpokpolai. Exactly the 120 days. That conversation will be live on the show. Mia ivie atrogbo avaide wana jinami minoto jinami. 47 on 7 is our time. We've taken some a breather here. We'll take you back to the market at the right time. If you feel like ona menyabe SDA to obe chairman of the dona yoga care chie edo chozama ye ndike chegale dodo akpe de no chocho mata no nya dona kwa minami esenko le eji nemele dodo che nanimi esenko kwa ado tatogbo eye wa wodo akude unti nami yo me apenya sela man polo me get see me video kwa me get the news and views segment and na me ape ona egbanya sigbere alo ta me kwese be it's a busy money making Monday eye mi opete ajoga holao mi ho ajoga na mi aje adokla blajo plete mega chi mi ape kotoko mene ticket awa guy ojebene mi akpo a mi ma akpo aho ajame nkola cm tan mi ga ko ticket o ko le nu odule modi be mc ye eva malewasi mi abete mi ageda cm akpogbo be nu nwento wo ye ji adipa prime estate wole mokpokpo nam be mi akpo anyigba le Easter promotion wana ike yo de to mekpo wunu hado kpenwe aflanyigba fifie 14,000 Ghana cedis menye 20,000 Ghana cedis ga hoho ekpele honu to me 17,000 Ghana cedis yo de le jefia bo de 3 leme menyo neme tencho wale be yawa agbo aire 20,000 Ghana cedis or even more wanya me yoji akado nova anyigba nyaoji opanyigba unti eko ho dokle Ghana Pharmaceutical Council kule the Midwives Association to level takple oti tiaka kpelo heye documentation le dodo ya ma ele free ma hefedeke de eta ho do pa mia akpo le or filling station your 0248 965 288 0248 046 612 nenema ke nemi here nemi ape photography or videography or live broadcast weddings eme yo let's run them general events one at the see and the TV commercials music videos where me ga hana me stickers or benwa print na me banners brochures sublimation t-shirts printing club bubo sia flyers souvenirs okwa me yours kapo jesi anye 0544 220220 mia ado egbe mia wodo pelewo 0544 220220 mia penya selao mia kpolo me gere nya jonglo pe Ghana Fire Service to one mia gbondia wa wanu fa fie to he wo na mi echija wi me mi lega ke a mi sebe jogare te po jem kokoko ehia be mia asenu fa fie ya o azode woji. The difference on this one. Meanwhile, they are so loud on the processes, and they said the constitution is under attack. All right, so Egba yeoha odo be yowako ado de abology ade yofe vevesese agbolo lewa aya amowa doa eyena modo de ele ofe dodo da abology atro dodo yike hele fifi am yafe judiciary de ole wodo kiosia wo de mona wodo kio be you no wodo kiosia meke tititre de wofe do wo wonti alle mi ko tititre de wofe do wo wonti the independence of a do wofe vovovoa mi e de mo na be wa wo wofe do lo do ki osia allo handlings do we visible and invisible ones forces powers so principalities so bete onye fudede when it comes to the independence of many. All right, so mia yi eji eye mia agere nya jojo nglo mia agere kapote se check puere adon je ple Dr. Harrison Abele the nu jojo yike alo nu jojo yike va kude the declaration of assets the duklola na deadline de deadline eva kaka eva yi film ye do a oba medo you open call it anya o me declare of assets so doesn't mean to this current administration. Frank Abo is with me. I am not here alone this morning. How are you doing?
Great.
All right. Since you are doing great, let's do this quickly, not to waste much time of Doc's time. It's a Monday morning. Let's get this quickly. According to the Fourth Estate, they have made a publication on April 30. And according to that publication, their findings reveals that 55 appointees and staffers defy Mahama's order. Will the president go by his words, or it was just empty threat? Segbe wo caption nuchocho alope findings enyema ma agbule briefly to Fourth Estate ma vagwa gede menami nwide. So 55 appointees in the John Mahama administration have defied the president's ultimatum to declare their assets and liabilities by March 31, 2025. And an analysis by the Fourth Estate revealed that 8 out of 55 ministers and deputy ministers have failed to comply with the law and the president directive. Similarly, 8 out of 32 presidential staffers and 38 of the 84 heads of state institutions appointed between January 15 and March 18 have yet to meet the president's anti-graft directive as of April 17, 2024. This means that 32% of the appointees have ignored the president directive and failed to fulfill an important constitutional obligation. From there, we have one of our very own, Ledukome, who is also governance, let's say, expert. Alwameike lenkude dupokolope enya wonti iha ehegbedasi de go. Nyakwa ya oko wonu de kai. Mia alenkude enwunti afimai wole babiam to duklola sibene wa anya ameyo kata, that is Nicholas was a governance expert ikela muganu to me ben duklola ne wa anya ameyo hodale efenkeke ike wo dojimi wa nde jesibe duklola nto a ewo efe doda sima at nu ya emiafe edudo fe yike wo de edoma asina auditor general evagbo wo fe declaration fima won nagbe ale kake nkeke yike March 31 evayi afi yike miedo de ahia be no wa de amemao da le domela bo da le sejilo la be diplo la be yi o me yike ile a imanna mo no popa medeke be ne wa awonu trogbare ko Dr. Harrison Kofi Bele Elekajinami abe governance expert again anami gomesesele nu yenye asset declaration ago jeje kai wonye na ameyo yonye government pa metati obe ome declare woto date ko na wa ovayo. Good morning, Doc. I hope you are doing well. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, mi apenya salam yaga alenkude Emma unwide nenyebe egbugbo tia kakpele doctor kwa wa agede ekaji nami mi ayire Fourth Estate mi anonkule de Fourth Estate penu chocho awonu zireka nu yiwo wo hede ego ameyiwo open call Kaleji prominent figures on the list of defaulters in the new administration include Seth Tekpe, presidential advisor on the economy, Larry Bevlo Latte, special envoy to the alliance of okay, doctor is back on the line. Hello, good morning, Doc. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah. Please, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
I can't hear you.
All right.
Hello.
Aga wepo be kafojesi ode the volume no when you it down. Hello, good morning. We are trying one more time. You're live on Global FM.
Hello.
All right. Oh, be doctor mele mi apen ko sem tutu ota. Mi doctor flache de Emma vonya me no gbesem hafi. The Alliance of Sahelian States, Nathan Kofi Boachi, Director of Operations at the Presidency, Charles Kikpo, Director of the National Investigations Bureau, Nana Janto, a Presidential Staffer, Al Hassan Suini, Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways, Gisela Tete Agbotui, Minister of Roads and that's Deputy Minister of Works. Yeah, good morning, Doc. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yeah, Lenkonya Semzoa.
The line is very faint.
All right.
Very faint.
Yo, miela sitotro wo me mi anoji vide abala ike nuchocho hede go enia dongo dukpolola ike wo declare fe assets na efe appointee so hambe na wa wo the same ike wo now deadline which was March 31. But wa I declare ofe asset ga kefi ike mi le fifia fourth estate ameyonye numekula o de go be appointee so abehehleme bla atonvo attention le eyi yome ikemile no fomfia ome ewo nenem afọ the demo as a governance expert they ahia be yi yome ikemile wad naba me yo no ada sele donlo alo no wa ayi eji
If I get you right, Elebebiacho asset declaration, is that it? Because
yes.
The line is very, I can't hear the question very well, but it's about asset declaration.
Yes.
Hello.
Asset declaration wunti emele no foku da be ameyiwo ode do asina eduklola na be na wa na edukome alo wa na dodo that's the auditor general wa declare open asset o me well kele yi ya me iko me well and the time has elapsed kaka elected kaga vagire anyo be dukpolola ne wa ada for yike anye to hehe for be amene ne memo no ada sele donu a allo it is too early
Because you have to know what you know that's the door feel. I want to say that way. If a Kajibra get it, only in the process of completing it. So, but it is disrespectful to the president who that instruction by a certain deadline. It should comply with his instructions.
Okay.
I do what do set straight away. Another deadline. To do G. I make it all my well. I know at the very much about that door. I guess that it will be too early to be calling for a dismissal of those people from their ministerial positions.
Aside it being a disrespect to the president, onyebe yo yire yi me efo na de appointees ya onu be yi yo me ike yile fifia no wo maga no abe e chine. What would this mean to the NDC? Because onto na deadline elected ka hega advise what would this mean to the government which is calling for the fight against corruption, which is saying that this we are in our legacy term. Mijibe no sian no amesia me dodola de sian de penu wo ne wa anonya tefe to me.
I think it doesn't affect the process of the president trying to account to the people and the fight corruption. It should be an outcome. He has a 4-year tender that he is going to account to the people. That 4 months inside there, a tender, he abnormal file processes. I don't see any way that it affects it, though it may take out strong gains out of the transparent process. It is an accountability process. That is why I say that they should remember that no number one inquiries and they're giving the signal that this is the last warning to them. Can you even do one when no accident or war?
All right.
Too harsh a decision to be taken at this particular moment.
Okay, Doc, for the president said, well, this declaration, he stated, after instructing EPA appointees, he stated that the consequences for non-compliance will be removal from office.
And that is why I say that is the first deadline. So some of them have come out to indicate that even with the receipt that they filed, but their names were mentioned in those who didn't file. So it's a process. They need to just investigate the process and see those who are still outstanding, and then give them the final warning, because it could be a miscommunication between some of them has come out and they showed their receipt that they submitted their declarations within the stipulated time, but names were captured and those who didn't file. So let's go through the process, look at it very well. And I'm sure some too are in the process of finalizing it. That is why I say it will be too early a decision to offer dismissal of those people.
Okay. All right. So, Miagbolobe, Dumevio shouldn't be too much. They might not at all declare Opera settle.
All of them must declare. That is part of the accountability process.
Okay.
And I know the president is bent on ensuring that. So I know very soon all of them will comply with the directives.
Okay. All right. I think we'll end it here for now. And
what I think will be important is to relook at the law again. The law as it stands now, it is not an effective process. In the sense where we should be focusing on trying to relook at it to make sure that it provides us with the services that we want. The person writes what he or she thinks he has, put it in the seal envelope, and they said, let us all know what they have by way of publication at a website that you can go, that you just Google to that website, and then you will look for Minister A. What are his or her assets? These are this. So that it is there for the records.
Okay.
So that by the time they leave office, we should go back to the same search engine, look for their details, and see what has been added and then what has been taken out. But the process is that, and all the see the Auditor General view, the one receipt. Go there. You don't know about it until there is a court summons that will force the Auditor General to disclose what they need to do. Other than that, it's just like that. I don't see it as an effective system that is going to prevent corruption when we don't have access to what they are putting before us.
Okay.
So we need to relook at the law, make it very transparent, make it very participatory. We as citizens must also know what is in the envelope that they are giving to the Auditor General.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Doc. We appreciate your time with us this morning. Have a great day.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Bemi ako ase akpama gome kude the asset declaration deadline here lapse. Ovajebe amero do gbelo alumecho de kelemolo, but we understand that even one of the people you go ochonya denwa ampo for honorable ever de globe ile process eme ata if you be I'm all the process before the deadline have okay Dr. Hekok Beko of Weji, how much more time would we give them? And even as he stated, we may have an envelope flu because the law does not permit for the Auditor General to open even the envelope being submitted. no anya bag bana fufulo ko demede elemi awanya unless a court summons yekwe atawa de mona the auditor general bewa avu nenem agbalema alo envelope makponu yiwo eleme. So the call for the amendment of that law, that section of the law, ikenye miape article ikenye the Public Office Declaration of Assets and Disqualification Act 1998 Act 550 wa agbo alem kude unam tayenye ma anyobe mia na omolo aluma na omo because the president has declared his assets. That same day he will swear in the Council of State and members. Frank.
Yes, Wizo. Honestly, concerning this issue of asset declaration, and your main point, and the orders being given, and Amedea Filbo, President Seku announcement, Kunyowa, Fimi Terejine. So I'm talking about disrespect to authorities, disobedience. Let me say disrespect and disregard. So President Amenyabe, I made all the process and all the time. Daily have a deadline. You see, this is as you have said earlier on.
I mean, you hold to pass through successfully. Ele your way. Thank you. O process.
I go happy submit. So that's how I would say disrespect and disregard.
I think disregard should be disrespected.
But that's without missing words. Maybe that's for lack of better words.
Okay.
Anyway, so seriously, we are talking about.
But I feel there should be an action because you said March 31.
Mm-hmm.
Today is May 5.
Yes.
And that will be. For non-compliance, you would have to be sanctioned. Sanctioned, and you'll be taken out of office.
And
so what's holding the president for this long?
So this is a legacy term. So why is the president cannot put his feet on the ground and take action on these people? Because at the end of the day, these same people will create problem for the party. Your mama mental action they can take you. This, and you know your opponent, they are just at your window waiting to shout, waiting to roar.
Of course.
You see? So I think president should do something fast before these people push them to the mat.
All right, so that is his own words. Yeah, more call follow up. What fourth estate? Biabe enyagbolo juroko anyelo. Allow the president to act. April is gone. March is gone. April is gone. We are in May.
Yeah.
And you're still telling us that you are still in the process. You are yet to receive. Yamame you whole affair for how did they do it? Like your call where and the auditor general and a deadline has been given. They are fast tracking the process which they make more with you. So we look at the two sides. Is it from the appointees or from the office of the auditor general? And then we have a fair concluding remarks be and here be no nya okpata no ya payment to set as a deterrent.
Yes.
Now me mamle you go because
honestly I'm also
our MMDCs must also declare their assets.
Yes.
Every appointees must declare their assets.
And who do you know? See, I mean, don't be holding on to be okay. You may have the process. Is it that they are not aware that they are going to appoint them? They are aware. So as the way who don't prepare speech, congratulations speech. Happy after the swearing, commissioning, speeches were. The only don't prepare that they should have prepared all these things to submit. They told nyame. If you now those who didn't do it, if you feel like Yamepo and Abajenya Bubu jobs waba no boy if you feel you have created a room for it.
All right, so that is it with the asset declaration and also the deadline being given. You remember, any president, anytime we meet with the people, he's always talking about fight against corruption. He's always talking about we are not in the old days, or we are not doing our businesses as usual and all of that. And now some people are helping him to do the business as usual what would be the deterrent action now? Me don't quite me no know for me be let 120 days contract with the people one of the things in your code of conduct now all government appointees said in a blow lopen no no menu amere ke he just certify hodi ke mi say ade e ke wa unveil leg body at one bala amiewa. Well, 2 days more to hit the deadline for 4 months, the first 4 months in office. So we will move to the papers now.
Yes.
Egba NPP to le nya jogba na ome. Wo le mi afenya jojong lo fe ni ma ke A+ ha. Etrogbo with apology and also the explanation of impersonation, someone trying to to create an account is his name and try to put certain things out there. He also came back to apologize to the Attorney General, and the majority also is back saying they have not, removed him from their WhatsApp page and all of that. So we'll look at all those stories, and anyone here maybe I get a open details on my
Yes, let me quickly rush to take you to the Daily Graphic state-owned paper. So the front page is concerning World Press Freedom Day. So 2025 World Press Freedom Day. Government assures safety for journalists. Government assures journalists of safety. And I asked what kind of safety? What
do you have any other definition for safety?
Yes.
When I say safety, isn't it safety?
So the safety as in non-attacks from the public.
Safety is general. Safety cuts across everything. Or you want them to specify?
Yes.
And definitely that will be in the details.
Because some time ago, Mr. Journalist social of make convoy do and of some sort will provide better can after the make of had even who here. Name me regional minister me yet voter regional minister. Name me yet for the all aviate
we call on that. We told them that they have to change the vehicle for us, so we are praying that they should change it because we are never the speed is never the same. What we are using and what they are using, they would have to always be ahead of us, or we will go ahead. And
talking about the comfort, do you have that comfort?
And it's not that bad, but we say where we are currently and the nature of our roads and the things we are moving about doing and all of that, we need a better one. That we are praying. So once again, regional minister GJ chairman could not touch on the press vehicle ikele VRCC miezana ko ina dem ya pe wona where maybe me anami a better one them ya auction Emma wherever I'll buy it and then we
No, we got auction. There are other institutions that will need it. Maybe some village.
No auction. No play in Amire.
School, maybe school day. If we love school,
regional minister, I'm like Faisal. How no in the woman make pena for It's Abdullah Idris, wherever you are. Good morning. So it's also one of our safety. Then we are thinking of the completion of the press center. We should also have a beautiful.
That's why I'm asking which kind of safety.
Safety, a cut across.
Yes.
A cut across health, everything.
Yes. So again on the front page, say Ministry of Education working towards SHS visually impaired mathematics curriculum. So if you're all alone, and they can make for school and school. Yellow. Then Republic Press says Abronye cuts Kennedy Japan to size. Then A+ in full retreat apologize to AG as his ego takes a hit.
All right. So the apology has also gone viral, like when the negatives was said
you always know the negative foreshadow the
and will this also change the narrative for the fact that there are some allegations, corruption allegations being leveled against the Attorney General, which might not in a long way work out well or say good things about him, what should he do in redeeming his image? Apology. They said if me I lost some pressure. You know, A+ is someone that's not easily to succumb to pressure. And from the entertainment industry, that he has a loud mouth.
Oh yes.
And he's also always vociferous about issues. So he now coming. He's not a legislator. You shouldn't forget. He's representing a constituency. He's an honorable member, and a lot of guys in the industry, that is the entertainment industry, be looking forward to him. That one day, their hope is that they would also represent their people in Parliament. So any utterances, he must carefully watch it, carefully thought through before putting it out.
Then that's the last story on the Republic Press here. School feeding caterers in shock over contract termination. So
who thought why should they be in shock?
I don't even know. As if they are not aware.
Right? Wouldn't they reapply? Or
oh yes, definitely. Maybe if colors are not being displayed, I think some of them should have.
They should reapply. If you are picked, you are picked. If you are not picked, you are not picked.
Well.
But they should. If Amedo are doing well, no, they just then.
Some of these things should be a national thing. Should be a patriotic something. It's not as if I belong to party A, so I must just work for the party.
No, the party. I mean, over there, women. Someone was said the women organizers were.
They should just do the work like.
And they come and reaching themselves. Ava fiada. I don't need do fear me.
Makula. Daily Post. Kofi Juma took 40,000 Ghana cedis weekly allowance. Deputy Gihok CEO alleges. So
that the last time heavy beer sebede a web evaporation.
Evaporation.
Gihok edak petition galagbadu. Na bomo container tuniro ayale boy ayale hanu.
That's what I'm suspecting.
And now you hear someone's allowance for a week.
A week, 40,000 Ghana cedis.
Then they will make in a week.
Hey.
After they are taking for which production, for which work done.
Jesus.
And are we sitting aloof? Is it going to be one of those things we just talk about it and they are good to go? Are you going to hold someone accountable?
I heard it last weekend. This 40,000, I heard it last week, and up to now,
by this time we should be. Some of these allowances
Yoko should be a BNI should be arresting him, questioning somehow. I can manage. Hey.
So the new Yoko boss should come in. Ramon Acha should come in and try to. Remember, you've not been petitioned. Some of these things that are of public interest, you should take a step ahead. Many I come to the public crying to us, and tell us your findings. 40,000 Ghana cedis. 400 million.
400 million. No, I think 4 billion that too.
Oh, billion how?
40,000 Ghana cedis.
A week.
A week. So every week. May
4,000. For which work done? Are you sure it's not 4,000?
Oh, 40,000. 40. Okay, 40 say so 40, 3 zeros attached. 40,000. Yes, Ghana cedis.
Okay. So Gihok running losses. Even though when you are happy you drink, when you are sad you still drink. We find solace in AHA, and they are running into losses. That's interesting.
Should answer.
Some of these people's allowances should be reviewed. The upward adjustments, I don't know, it must be measured with your output. Why can't we do that?
So
in the public sector, that would have been the private sector. It would have been easy. So why is it in the government sector? All right.
Let me take you to the same Daily Post. Say MPA boss confer with IGP to curb fuel diversion. Then NYACO led bold skills revolution with launch of national apprenticeship program. Then Daily Analyst. Ghana drops in World Press Freedom Index amidst economic and security concerns, GJA president reveals.
Okay, so the year under review between 2024.
Yes, so the press.
We got dropped, okay?
Yes.
We are not making any strive at all. We are dropping by day.
But
and this one, the focus is on economic and
security.
And security.
Yes.
Okay. The safety of journalists and the standard of living for journalists. Okay.
Then again on the same GJ, GJ president acknowledged AI's double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. So the president said the AI is now a double-edged sword. As well if you got so I will I got blame like perfect.
Oh yeah.
So those who are fond of using the AI to work. Actually, on that ceremony, some of the guys we tried to do some few things with some of the AI apps there. And as the person is speaking, we transcribe easily because we're using one of the AI too. And because word or replace it's replacing some of the words, changing some of the sentences. I was like, oh no.
We have the American pronunciation. So when the words may hit it correctly, you have to produce now understand
yes.
So to us, so if you depend on it,
so I have to draw the attention. Read very well before you do something.
Oh yes. So if you are a novice in it, I have to take precautions.
Sure.
It's the pronunciations. Our pronunciations differs, and they what they listen to. The AI has come to stay.
Yes.
The only thing we need to do is more education for us. Not if I say for us, not just only journalists, because I'm all exam offices with so
and even in the main office, as WhatsApp you use when you are typing, it gives you by the time you start typing the word and now a full spelling, a picky. But you don't check whether that is exactly what you want or not.
Actually, one a mistake. Okay. Yes, that's the Madam, the guest speaker,
yes.
Maria Kwame Jura stated. It was a mistake, and
sure.
what you input is what you get.
Then YA is in the news here. YA to recruit 5,000 fire service assistants nationwide.
We are back again.
Yes.
Maybe I should apply.
No, I say about all Hokrachaya. Kakana nyako amiole training.
I went to recruit so very soon.
So this I want
the
to put it to them.
The last time when police we heard it. It was in badges.
Is it passing out or you heard about the recruitment?
When they were being recruited, not just the passing out.
Well, so a larger number of us don't hear.
But mostly.
Kakana nyako all training. Yes.
However. And they are passing out.
For example, Depo Akoko bus, Akolo cover Depo Lefie.
So you ask Leko Kokwa
yes.
It shouldn't be job for the boys. Yeah. It should be open.
And
people should apply.
I live around Depo.
Age cap.
No pass out for if you are interacting with someone, me any document here, like in my one document. You see, so it means it's not their will.
Of a health.
Yes.
Me not serious because I'm a rotona mela again at the mainstream of
the main service.
Yes. So when I'm on the training again at them so nemila more homa. Me should not be job for the boys or for party people.
Anyway.
But it's a good initiative.
Sure.
Like the sustainability like no managing video. I fear none of a value to do on why you are doing well.
Anyway, let me take it to the Ghanaian point. Sami Jemfi slammed GBA over hypocritical resolutions on Chief Justice suspension. So, over the weekend, there is this discussion. He said, in the School of Law, one issue, 5 lawyers, all of them have their point of view. And so, where are we going with this? So, in attempt, when we were discussing, I said, okay, then I will still stand by my common sense comment. Let's put the common sense in center while they all pass their views on the issue. Seriously, to be chaos. There will be a lot of chaos. Seriously. Daily Guide. Manasseh Azuri petitioned Mahama over Zoom Lion contracts. Then A Plus make a U-turn on AG. Court revoke Edu Buahin's 80 million Ghana cedi bail. Then 2 kidnapping victims rescued, 8 arrested. You heard of the story where say two women have been kidnapped. I heard the video is just sad. Kafra pook I call no direct. No me va feel ya la kini la no kela ya poga. Nega la keche ya fega. Using human being to make money. Maybe I am never no doubt called that man or no to then let her do the cover now no hero no.
Oh, a semi the most.
Your mela make the way oh you know pull of Bagua. Your mela.
I care on Tonya. I was sick never said boy.
Some of this let's put the say aside. Eya kuponyi meleda. And the Inquisitor MPP flag bearership in 2028. Hey, Educhum is not serious. Then MPA boss okay IGP plot to keep fuel diversion. The CJ suspension 0.1% can speak for GBA.
All right, so end it there for the papers this morning. And the release officially from the Ghana Water Company says restoration of water supply at Kpeve Water Treatment Plant. Ghana Water Company Limited, Volta Region, is pleased to inform the general public that the power supply issues previously affecting water production at the Kpeve Water Treatment has been fully resolved. The Kpeve Water Treatment Plant experienced unbalanced phase voltages at its system termination from that is 16 hours on 2nd of May 2025, temporarily halting water production. Following diligent efforts from the ECG personnel, this issue has been successfully resolved. We sincerely appreciate the public's patience and cooperation during this period and remain committed to provide a continuous and reliable water supply. You always remain committed, but the water supply is not reliable and it's not continuous also.
So, your water problem, why are we here? Anyway, and you may check ball at a megano for chinyao.
But if you don't talk about it, how would they work towards it? So the people of Dabra, Kokompe,
yes,
Bentota, Barracks, Newtown, Bankwe, Chikbota, Sikirito de Milema, Tiave Torture Milema, then a depot torture de Elomia. A few better when ya lomilekwa. Mina Nemianya City Newsroom, NPP, other political parties to protest CJ suspension today. Earlier, one of their members said it's not about the suspension, but it's about the attack on the independence of the judiciary. A coalition of political parties led by the New Patriotic Party will stage a demonstration today, Monday, May 5, in what the NPP deems a politically motivated attack on judicial independence following the controversial suspension of Chief Justice Gertrude Tokon. The protest will see party members and supporters march through the principal streets of Accra. Other participating parties include the Liberal Party of Ghana (LPG), the National Democratic Party (NDP), People's National Party (PNP), and Ghana Union, among others. The NPP says that the action is in response to what it terms a calculated and dangerous interference in the judiciary's operations by political actors affiliated with the governing NDC. NPP General Secretary Justin Kodua-Frimpong accused those behind the suspension of attempting to erode public trust in the judicial system. He urged that the process leading to the Chief Justice's suspension breached provisions of the 1992 Constitution, one that allowing such actions to go unchallenged could set a dangerous precedent for the future of judicial independence in Ghana. Story that I'm sure the police have given them the go ahead, not what we have experienced in the past when people want to demonstrate. There's a back and forth. They say don't use this route, use the other route, and the people refuse to use, then Abazu Hema Hede Povito. We witness this one and see. The first one organized by Okatechi. Me say police brutality and any attack on the demonstrators. So the NPP now also going to demonstrate. Is it going to be a free flow for them? Alole ike wojo lope du popolo yi na mobile your demonstration over jebe wa file injunction in court wabazo court nya be time e do pleke wori elewa we mia alenkude emma county by close of day.
And honestly, from here I'm going to Accra. I want to go and find out why it is necessary for them to have this demonstration. Is it that somebody is pushing them? Oh, no, me way, me do the farm, no one they call me way. I want to go and find out those things. So I will be in the crowd. Temano Haji, Kaken Mado red or Mado blue. So I will say I'm again. I will not come blue when
Anyway, so that is it. Hopefully tomorrow when we are back, Mia Ahe, Nuchuchu Makata, Ave, Namia Penya Sela, and still on City Newsroom, sack redundant staff to boost viability.
How?
CEMSE edges new tour.
They should sack them. How? Is it legitimate? Namia marriage or retirement age or no near.
To boost viability.
Oh, how?
Some people are redundant. They say redundant.
Redundant means what? But you can't sack the person. What happened to the contract with the government? You just go back and go and sit down. So
create
a room. That's the work of the HR.
For the car, GV, they half.
Anyway, they should take away the politics from the create another space, or let me say add the donor. They should create a job for those people. Maybe $100. So no call director. People will know what.
Yeah, we will ensure lasting peace in Boku. That's from the Asante Hene. Mahama to unveil code of conduct for government appointees today, and it's part of the 120-day social contract with the people. Their time is not up. 120 days. So
no, I mean like the code of conduct.
How is it late? Are they not still in government?
So I no hold that. Now no call check pay now.
On my call date they get that job within 120 days. This is what they will do because the people are still in office. Even after declaration, then it requires Kabade. President John Dramani Mahama is expected to unveil a new code of conduct for all government appointees later today. This will mark a significant step in implementing his administration 120 days social contract. The announcement was made by the minister in charge of government communications, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, in a Facebook post on Sunday, where he described the week as a pivotal moment for the government's reform agenda. First announced during the swearing-in of ministers, the Code of Conduct is designed to establish clear ethical standards for public officials. President Mahama emphasized that the code will spell out the do's and don'ts of public service, eliminating ambiguity and reinforcing the administration's commitment to integrity. The initiative is part of broader efforts to promote responsible governance and intensify the fight against corruption. It is expected to serve as a framework for accountability and guide the conduct of appointees across various sectors of government. How differently is it going to be the other ones stipulated in the 1992 Constitution?
You can ask again. You can. So me, my only point is, as at the time, Oliver, I'm your dogome who I'm Nyagbura gender gome tas. The happy attaching necessary. Fiaton necessary. So your dogome le dog who I feel no Oliver fly. How is it going to take for them? How long?
It's better late than never.
Oh yes, I think.
Except we say, "Beje do who apodo sieta ayi janon begbanawa." No, you have to adjust from your old way, your old wrong ways of doing things to the new one. Sit them now. So we are expecting all appointees, government appointees, national, regional to district and municipal levels, all of you to comply with this code of no quite no unveil before qua emenya o me how they go me akpobe the are they stringent enough onye assess someone do yike no one touch any for life of one day I get them before you open office door and no one before you go on a field or any assignment la that will keeps ringing a bell. Your conscience would always be telling you something. Hello, it is just something you get. Aba no, I'm open hunchback oh. You know, I know say chichireji na ko mi akwa sede fimia. That mean by the time you get wanya a launch ivo, alo unveil ivo, akolo nu leji mi obete mi anya menya okwa. Mi fenya sala echo ne ma olo mi trogbo fafia. Mi agede emme nami. Mi akwa sokpa pele se because as it stands now, all the experts, local constitutional experts, no one really for me contradictory, you know, said they will layer, do layer, usurp, a seho you will layer,
you know, my people are also there waiting to edit.
Which are your people? Which people are your people?
The people standing at the window.
Who are those?
Ready to roll.
Unless you tell me, I don't know them. The code of ethics, me say, hey, me le mokpo mebe. Don't get the well low. If we are going to rush things out, 120 days contract. Then Kenya de tutu kwa mava. Agaba zo ojinami abele campaign time ele ike ene siton of ya zo jia mami asio wagava mi azome part to emo ho hia na dodo de o you go affect the regional level ko district level so time ka odare oji time ka wa je gome ko mamlo pete mi agede woman na mi de kadeka.
Anyway, let me take you to my Joy Online. MPP couldn't break the 8 because they broke the economy. Dr. Chua Champon. So Dr. Chua Champon have been saying a lot of things, and he again said, "Hungry people don't vote religion. Hungry people don't vote religion." Chua Champon says, "Mismanaged economic cost MPP election." And away from Dr. Champon, Chantin is also here. Lasting peace in Baku will be ensured. Government pledges improve remunerations for journalists. Oh, wow.
And I asked, when I hear these things, I am not moved.
Oh,
because
how?
Are they bring the private?
They are going to create special accounts, both private and public journalists. I've create accounts.
Independent Broadcasting Association. I think they should be in talks with the president. And with that, I don't even know how it's going to work because we have an association, Independent Broadcasting Association. We sometime now mega once upon a time, a year over here, especially last year, they've been celebrating one journalist or the other, telling their stories, where they are and what they do with their pictures and all of that. Ne yo play GJA, play Jidudua, work border bedi. That would be a lot on the government coffers. That would be a lot on government. If you want to put everything on government's shoulder, it will be a lot. That government at there one out to maybe the Independent Broadcasting Association. I mean, you got the private ones because GBC play GTV play Noviome all every region except for the new ones. You go Odo Nichoya, the 6 all the 10 regions they are there. The elewa awe be the private sector so e jonyao ne bobo now e momeminyao ne bobo now. The taxes we pay, the various taxes we pay, lewa way. That's the way they can cushion us. But if you want to say that this message is for the public people, this message is not for all journalists. So me, when I heard it, I wasn't happy because I am not part of it. This call will only go to whoever has employed me. They find his or her way, make sure my welfare is intact. They provide me with insurances, provide me with the incentives, insurances covering my health. They make sure that I am well paid. They make sure I have all the equipment, all it takes. They make sure they give me the opportunity for advancement. They and make sure they give me opportunity to have trainings to boost my capabilities and my capacity, my knowledge on the field. I also want to work in government be a largely be a blessing be no command them.
You me say. Then let me take you one international news for our neighbors here. Hundreds of Togolese opposition militants denounce authoritarian change of political system in Togo. You know, Togo for some time now, only one party has been ruling, so others also stands up now. So let me read a bit of it. Hundreds of militants from radical Togolese opposition party, including the National Alliance for Change, ANC, led by Jean-Pierre Fabry, and the Democratic Force of the Republic, both parliamentary parties, alongside several civil society organizations, gathered at a rally on Sunday, 4th May, in the Togolese capital to denounce what they describe as a forced transition to a parliamentary system. This shift, they urge, was orchestrated by the regime of President Farouk Gnassingbé, who has now become de facto chairman of the Council of Ministers. The President Gnassingbé was designated and endorsed as chairman of the Council of Ministers under the new parliamentary arrangement on 3rd May 2025 by the parliament dominated by the ruling Union of the Republic, UNIR party, composed by members of the National Assembly and the newly established senators. According to the radical position, the move from the presidential to parliamentary system undertaken without a national referendum constitute an authoritarian strategy designed to extend Farouk Gnassingbé's grip on power beyond the expiration of his term, which officially ended on May 3rd. His term followed the 2020 election conducted under the 2029 Constitution, which had imposed a term limit. So, like politics nyal fe le Ghana le fiko miato hole ekpogo le fieche yochefa. Now they are able to come out on stage, rally, which has not been the case before.
ECOWAS.
Yeah.
Eketa Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger.
Odo.
Over forms on top ANC, Odo QC. And then we saw what is happening in Burkina Faso. When people are, staging demonstration, Ivory Coast is doing its own thing, and the rest of the African countries want to support that. Even though he's a military junta, let's look at it from the development angle. Is he, engaging in any war?
No.
Is he suppressing his people? Or he has brought development? If a military junta, not a democratic ruler, yele du kwaji dum fifia le fukpekpe yo kwesebe yo no mecha eye over a coup, which was not bloody. Eye no life was lost. Ode akpasesen duklola ode da yonto hodwale
popolo
to gwa democratic way alo dispensation me mi lekra amelo chaka kwesebe democracy me in Africa ode gbadagba o in Africa happy kake nuka we wo mo le dukom vio tedanyi efulo wo ma dolo wu ma alo ele tutudo kokove I know me babe mi ajibe no rule democratically gakea mi mo ikeji mesusu France plete ojibe yova agede woname de ademia jia wanyebe Russia che ado epe gbadagba ododa ta ora nuka ya gava jol Africa nyigbaji eye Ivory Coast plain of yore ole nyaya mesem tutu a America omenye colonialism imperialism nya hwe gblomilia be mental slavery na me adolete I'm sure enye me America de see and be to call na wa dollar edokue hu la be people will say we are one people until amedoba demarcate lands we me o minye fi to ya me ba nya me vovo we eke me the calling for one currency and one bank de ale me akọ ano me pe continent ji enye ya enye nde ike me ale nkude nwunti godo menye nde ike me a achwe ko benye no kpotrel ehia be nkulele de hu lebo na wa ano enu na Africa to kopete na wa akpo menchoko Gabon tocho de obedukulo lazi jiwa
Yes.
me here ne wonti fafa le Africa. All right, so looking for a refrigerator that keeps your food fresher for a longer while saving energy. Note that Hisense Kitchen Appliances promo is on and will be ending on the 8th of this very month. They are the only brand now currently in Ghana being approved under the new high energy efficiency standard. Ejonono fun mele Hisense pe enu azaza wonwo eyoza na jide gbekade kwa oma anojo na we fun eye no va enu ope fafa la be promotion ya de to me ekude fridge wonti eye afa no na onwe anabenu wa no de die no edo amero ope no no na fridge me chagale soje tabe awo nenye be ahajrala enyo tole kitchen do nu fresh no magbele mo bli mo no mo pete one of fridge ma ko maga chi the fridge mo enyo si anu ike na nya hia na la pie mekwa get a Hisense stop a showroom so then apply a refrigerator you care per promotion he wo mole na wo jodofi e wo no a no one of fresh vegetables e be a stock a waga no fresh now ava aza your 0302 550 000 Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. Okay. Wallace Academy. Where the view okay mo. Ula peme. No maga no peme ko. No va no wa strong. That with the extra classes one ayato mena SHS 1 double track students so hostel facilities ele free exercise book am blaton banto wakpo exercises where allo assignments for the text so wa ye jibe no ko wa strong fun ko achova you wa dedo asena alegwegbe eye no be na jibe de via no hostel ga ke wa no dudu na me a oya na yo onya ko you wa dodo le onte no fiala ho hehe o yiwo otia chomia pe SHS vovo ole amugalo to amia you we efofu de Wallace Academy pe extra classes ya wonti e yo fiana no de via peta do jeno kwenyebe de vio wakpo grade A ta joda ogbea ne engolonko na vio la ben ko ngolo leji classes o choleji ta to mechi megbo atanga gere yuji ndo gave pasere fienyi gade yenyi joda pasere fida gbe pe gamena pepe eyele memre da gbe pe no fafia papaja ndi ga enyi minute bla eton tutu ko ne ofo ga nekwa opa well fiana call play elective subject okata if you cho bo ma do we see ada kwakova open school check allo school attire nchu fi okolo nyon vi osia wa ado geremi aji le whole domain EP basic school whole domain EP basic school meje nko me pencils of promise eye mi afefe wa wole boboy amesia me waten ahe your Wallace Academy at 0244 540 657 0244 540 657 allo 0244 806 747 Wallace Academy can fly with the eagles. I don't know if you are listening, Richard, at Sokode. Good morning to all our listeners. I may you all Edward Global FM. Medog beto he na mi afisi afi kemele amedo menya mi otamente yo mi afenko once a while da beto he a na mi opete asimeto mi ape driver o asie toto amesia mekwa ple do fe you la mi mi edog beto he na mi Trafalgar Accounts Office mi ga hwe ndia mi o mi nyabe chon dikaka do ko mi akpa ya fe me Global FM ekwe mi esena ayata medogbeto he namilo and all staffs le institutions opete both private and government and amesia meko medogbena le ndi atoji na fenya sala mi gere me fun anyo be mi aga yi eji gbogbo za na mi akemia no eta efom le afia ahead the opinion segment wana ave na mi afike dunya gblo ha to gbo be cha wa me ve no mi agba MPP NDC ha fifie NPP to mo yo le jujo ho ngbo NDC to ko elemia gbodom tane ojuro vevie hejibia no part of it maybe you should just write to us and you want to be a neutral communicator or a social communicator speaking for the community. Just write to us, and after a few trainings and education, video adwa for Fotana Orlando in-service training. Yes. Then you will be a part. All right, Frank.
Yeah, let me take you to the Chronicle Online. I have bad news and a good news here. The bad news is Randy Abe is speaking. Say Kokobo is broke, and the good news is GCB Bank records 1.9 billion Ghana cedis pre-tax profit for 2024.
Okay. Cocoa board being broke isn't a new thing. Since they've started importing cocoa beans.
No, local container double.
Last year,
okay, since they start, okay, but I cover you well broke, so it's a norm. You do importing a farm.
Since when we was no mention Jogoma. I call they've been in the news now for quite a number of issues. You get and your food and now pay a ganyao. All a broke day, leke, Jelemia way zone, Mekonia Komia found we have to bring out the solutions. Mia, I don't say me have cocoa bread, the lawa, and you bow there, and mogal cocoa bread, the ma. Well, there is smuggling, a galley, I'm to bena, or jocopeto. Me hog baduna men, dear, mia pena do mia bo, migale mendo. Apeto emos, no, that's Moses tonu. Pele hojo kofeto sia minuanyi nemia alem kurenyano togbe afede oyo de nyame injojo ikele hojo kofe oyo IGP de enyame injojo ikele hojo kofe pele sub chief sopete nemia agere me Moses tonu be party echigbe me hojo kofeto onyae le dukome alo le nuto me ta nemia akpo me lo fi na fide nefa ne avuna amolo. All right, minute aton ne potoka asieke ne wa apo ya cha civile ako hagbe video dare mi agbokwa ne mi atrogbo he na ejedodo mamla yiwo ole mi asi.
It's time for you to fall in the lap of luxury in the hospitality business, and African Hill Resort in Ho is the ideal place. With a captivating view, services and other facilities, your stay with us will be a memorable one. We have enough rooms for you and your family, a snooker table, children's playground, a massage parlor, food service for parties, funerals and even corporate events. And oh, our weekends are always magical with live band music and buffet. Come along with your friends and families and enjoy our clean swimming pool. And for your corporate meetings and events, we are just a call away. African Hill Resort is located in Ho on top of Beta Hills. You can call us on 0208-267-501. Log on to www.africanhillresort.com. African Hill, the place to be in Ho. Novi, ways of our agromonti fiase me. Agromonti nye, agbede fiase dengol miape nutuome. Miape agbede tike wocho beta. Eye, mi drena agbede untinwo, chiwu mo, spray machine ple bubo fun. Gede miaji, na gbe utike havovofo, abe, selector, eraser, sakora, wano. Nugbagbe utike inye insecticide so, abe, blaze, tassos, crashes, ple fendona. Kemiano via agbede la wakpo, fungicide so, abe, copro super, artigard ple, hilotrom. Fertilizer ikenye nukuti NPK, Can 17, Kelic Potassium, Ogaplant Organic Fertilizer, Fertimix, Brotado Folia Urea, Mycopet, Ple Bubuao, Le Asiboboeji, Le Agromontia, Miapa Jono Le Dediede, EPA Dasideji, Academia Le KK House, Downfloor Le Hogliha, Attend yo 0240-885-779, Allo 0204-181-838, Agble Delao, Migade Miaji, Miapa Kole Pubuda Igbe Siagbe, Nemia Premier Benuza Zan Le Asiboboeji, Agromonti, your one-stop agric supermarket. We know
Looking for a refrigerator that keeps your food fresher for longer?
week. It's a new day and new things we expect by close of day today. So, welcome to the opinion segment on the Global Morning Show. This is the final of it. Then 10 o'clock, we hang our clothes. Mia buka po jesi elo mia penya sela otamino toji. Mia we kwe ere kwa. Nemi ochene mia agede me. Abe me troji mezo. Mano mia nkosem. Akpe. Eyo mia ide mia fe enya jojo gbala wo me. Halo nya jojo fe jojuru mia yiji. Rockster safi akpo wo ho gbazingi ola wo damegbe na mi. Ye mia galenko de Zoom Lion app ha wonti. 24/7 1 hour support. I download the App Store or Play Store. Kwa acha siplo adwa jok pele wo ayi Rockster store yo me ike mielia no si anu nke tola mengo be bu ike tola mengo yo wachie tamia wo emme undo pele Rocksters ag ho me ape ho gbazinga dodu yo ameyu agba ho na mi LOC hiane metal trusses roofing sheet ceiling joists POP cement yide Rockster store bo oda hana NIB gajrado fe ye oda hana your 0592-500-501 0592-500-501 henna egbe babia ple nume koko kele Zoom Lion pakpajia gede opedo opa ikeje nkume badagba open no pe your 0241-981-924 0241-981-942 talojinu bubu ike galo senyebe monu pokpo le na SHS graduate oyole dojima Wakope dog be agbala ava Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. Eye ahon me koko to akpama. Made nyame pepe kofi akpata ne minyale jim kwa. Miano gegere asiye me han nema. Honorable Kerubin Kofi Ziga. Yele mi agbo legbatoji. Good morning, Honorable. How are you doing?
I'm fine and well. You and yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Okay, we thank God.
I'm under the weather, bam.
Yeah, we thank God. We thank God. We thank God.
How is your the assembly doing, and how is your people
Wusu electoral area? We are doing great, and as you know, the assembly is in recess, and we have been.
Oh, you are on recess. What mean recess?
Me actually mean recess. Me a June me. So
you're coming back with
our general assembly that will come. So I think the subsecretary and the subcommittees will do good things, after which we go for Ezeco, and Ezeco will put the agendas together for general assembly. So as it stands, as you are aware, there are some government appointees that are newly appointed to come and fill the gaps that were left by the elsewhere governor. So, to us at the assembly, we are grateful. The new MC, even though we didn't have much interactions as a house yet, but he has a very good relationship with the assemblymen individually at our electoral areas. So, we are doing not that bad. And in my electoral area, as you can see, we are trying to open up the area for business. Because for so many years now, my area has been deprived of, accessibility to basic services like pharmaceutical shops, the provision shops, the all those. So God being so good, there are new roads that are open in my electoral area, of which we are trying to see if the community right to space areas that we can help citizens to boost their economy. So we are doing well alongside, and not that bad. The rain sets in, and my area, especially the downtrodden area, like the cemetery down areas, through to the behind the MPP regional office, there is flood-prone areas. So as the rain sets in, and the last heavy rain had a little disturbances around the bar. The municipal chief executive gave me an assurance that very soon we'll be dragging some gutters in those areas to give us a good flow to the streams around us. So far, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wish you well.
Thank you.
And definitely, I'm sure we'll be part of the first General Assembly meeting.
Oh yes, I know.
what
But you've been doing, but you've been doing the comprehensive coverages. But it's rather unfortunate you couldn't hit the coconut seedling issues to my satisfaction. You did well though, but you were gaga along the way. Do you know, Jijo? Let me give you a secret. This one is a public secret. You know, along the way, I said somebody said, don't mind Jijo. Jijo is a sympathizer of the Elsewhere government. So say, hey, are you sure? The reason it is
so you want to tell me you did not hear me talk about this coconut seedling matter.
Yes.
I did extensive work on it.
Yes, you did. But the way that I want you to hammer it, because you came to the General Assembly, you even heard it on the floor. We raised it. There were some flimsy excuses given. You see, it's very annoying to see what belongs to a certain area for development being diverted to in the name of political parties. I, for one, as I understood the local governance structures, we have been doing a very great disservice to the people of Ghana with that concept. For instance, the concept. Oh no, I want to give. I
don't want you to divert the conversation.
Okay, thank you very much.
Our focus wouldn't be on local
and now I assume the position of my good friend Bright Nachiko. He used to, you know it. He will put the agenda down himself. Then.
So you've copied.
Yeah. Bright, wherever you are, our greetings to you. Come to the studio. If you are beaten and you are sleeping on the ground, that shows the defeat. Wake up, shake off the dust. And come, let's see what you can give back to us.
Okay. We have an agenda, and that will be our focus for today.
Okay.
Another time when the issue of local governments,
we will delve into that very well.
Local governance crop up.
Yeah.
I'll invite you.
Thank you.
Because this is not the first time you are touching on issues pertaining.
Yes. We are not doing the right thing.
And what is happening.
Dija, on a good note, we are not practicing the right thing. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you very much.
And we'll have the experts joining. Dr. Harris Kofi Bella, wherever you go.
Hey,
good morning,
my chief.
Always coming in whenever we call on you.
Yeah.
So our first story this morning, we have rather unfortunate development concerning the story, which is no longer available for access at the moment. But the story, the first one, concerns the asset declaration of the government appointees. According to the Fourth Estate, their analysis, it shows that 55 appointees and staffers have defied President Mahama's order. He ordered that by March 31, the 31st, the last day of the third month, they should declare their assets, and non-compliance will call for that person, that individual, those people to be sacked for non-compliance. Now, today is May 5, and according to the governance expert Nicholas Bosse, like I said, that story is no more available. But since it's our first story for discussion, I'll just summarize everything since I have already read through. It's talking about the president staying true to his words. But dukpolola ne wade peg be da siji ne yeji ne wa anya. Me yopete he ometeun e declare ope assets wo le date ke wona 31st March. Be kaka ye ma yi amesia me ne won ne na Auditor General ne wa anya agbale ma ho ngolo na de na envelope me. Eka mereke mekpone nyana nu iko ngolo na denamo. Ake wana mi esiebe doing ne mata bene wawe. Ne ome wola consequences one year removal from office for non-compliance for March April vai mile meme ke that governance expert Nicholas Bosele Bogbolobe dukolola ne yeji ne wa anya nenem amema okele nume kukwaji ya amedoba yole processes ame yome uwenu. wherever Puerto Rico you are different or the various stages of open asset declaration processes. So no awenu. Akema ko at get the fourth estate fi ke henya hecho have a mamle ho like get me. You were there just see 55 appointees in the John Mahama administration have defied the president's ultimatum to declare their assets and liabilities by March 31, 2025. An analysis by the Fourth Estate reveals that 8 out of 55 ministers and deputy ministers have failed to comply with the law and the president directive. Similarly, 8 out of 32 presidential staffers, 38 of the 84 heads of state institutions appointed between January 15 and March 18 have yet to meet the president's anti-graft directive as of April 17, 2024. This means that 32% of the appointees have ignored the president's directive and failed to fulfill an important constitutional obligation. So the names are here. Prominent figures on the list of defaulters in the new administration include Seth Thekpe, Presidential Advisor of the Economy, Larry Gbevlo-Latte, Special Envoy to the Alliance of Sahelian Estates, Nathan Kofi Boachi, Director of Operations at the Presidency, Charles Kipo, Director of National Investigations Bureau, Nanaya Jantwa, Presidential Staffer, Al-Hassan Suyini, Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways, Gisela Tete Agbotui, Deputy Minister of Works and Housing, and John Dumelo, Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture. Others on the list of defaulters of the Fourth Estate compiled through a right to information request includes Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi Sapon, and Dr. Peter Otokuno, who is in charge of presidential initiatives in agriculture and agribusiness at the presidency. When President John Mahama summoned the Auditor General Johnson Ekwamu-Asiedu to the Jubilee House on February 18 this year to publicly declare his own assets and liabilities, he sent a strong signal that his government will strictly enforce the constitutional requirement for public officials to declare their assets and liability. He followed a symbolic public gesture with a stern directive to all his appointees to comply with the law by March 31, 2025 or face the consequences. So Fourth Estate appear revelation esogbo mata ageropete emo ya Kenya tia yenyebe ameyo home declare assets and liability by the deadline given by the president in March 31 obe yo le babia be president that award penyajilo although it was just an empty threat. The governance expert Nicholas Bose yeko tokole pembe president aneja agbane wode epegbedasi Eike Wonaji. People nuclear Dr. Harrison Bele Iha Ede Globe. It's just a disrespect to the president's order that it's too early. May we call for a open sacking from office. Kebon no aga now heyi elewele ha agbowe as a communicator of the government.
Akpe machomon popo ya madugbene nyasela yo le miafen kose le Global 105.1 FM. Afike mi usena nya jojo nyu pleblibo nyenyele mon popo cheso asinya ko ma dogbene nye fe electoral area nume to metopete bibito usu electoral area menolao mengolo mi blo akpene godokpito miawedo miabe headman alunu nola de afele weekend evai akpene ameyo pete do ho wanao dogbene ameyo pete matem yo miabe nko Mau nen irami de dog you want me letter. Stage Joe, you see this issue of asset declaration issue. I got it from the president's own campaign promise first. He promised Ghanaians that when he assumed office, what he is going to do is he will make sure that all government appointees declare their assets and liabilities. In actual fact, let me use the opportunity to greet my hall master, Dr. Harrison Kofi Bele. It's not, he said he put it in a candid way that disrespect to the president. But me, I'll put it as an act of illegality. It's against the laws. It's against the constitution. You see, in Ghana, all public office holders, especially the Article 71 office holders, they are to declare their assets and their disqualifications. It's an act. Yes, it's 1998 at 550. Yeah. Then it is not ending there. Our constitution, Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution requires. It's a constitutional mandate backed by an act of law. So, if the people, by presidents, let me say presidential directives, giving you a whooping 2 to 3 months to declare your assets once you have been appointed, I don't see this thing so hard. Now, the stages are there. For instance, I own my own properties before I am made maybe MC, or I am made the minister for local government and chieftaincy and religious affairs. I have my document in place, and I don't see anything from anyone that will come and say, no, you don't have the right to declare your assets when. No, I know my properties. Now, the stages that we have there are there. The first stage when it comes to declaration of your assets are there. We call it the stages. The scoop stages is there. Then at the scoop stages, it is there that you are coming from, let's say, a different background. I'm a businessman before I am made the MC. So I have to let Ghanaians know that when I was selling my banana, I own one hostel at the Technical University. I own one house at Barras Newtown. I have a bicycle, but currently it's not in good use. I have 3 cars. I have lands here. I have this here. I have that here. Those are the things that I know that are my personal properties. Now, in all this, I have to declare my liabilities too. Oh, in other words, this building that I am in charge is not for me. It's for my sister Jijo. But she is not in the country, so I am in charge of those properties. So that when I assume office and I begin to own certain properties in addition to the one that I've already said are mine before I was appointed, then they can question where is the source of the money for those ones that I'm doing after my declaration. But do you know what? Because most of our politicians who knows very well that declaration of assets sometimes will put them into trouble in the future is this. When they declare their assets, it takes them to say that, oh, okay, that means that I have to wait after my appointment, after my execution of terms before I can start doing something, or whatever movement I'm doing, I'll be monitored. So people find it very difficult to do that. But these things are constitutional requirements backed by an act which says that before you hold the office, let us know what you have. All these things are only there. They are the first, I may say the first pegging of corruption is asset declaration. The forms are there. So I am surprised that even the GRA boss is mentioned among these people. You see, Stajijo, there are some key positions. If others will not do it, as for those positions, the people must do it. Especially cabinet members. Cabinet ministers must do so. And some certain CEOs and directors. For instance, you Ghana Revenue Authority, you who is owing or who owns our money box, or I may say our susu box is with you. You can't tell us what you have before we entrust the susu box into your hand. This is annoying. It's not just a disrespecting. This is illegal. And if I were to have the opportunity as a citizen, I can send some of these appointees to court, to the Supreme Court, to interpret Article 286 for me. What is debt? Debt that meant that they should declare their assets before they assume the office. You see, Ghana has become a certain way that when the law favors the politician.
So if they are to declare assets and disqualifications or assets and liabilities before assuming office, then after swearing them in, we should also then rope in the president. You have already sworn them in. You know, they have assumed the office before you are directing them to declare their assets.
The thing is that it's not that you are directing. It is a requirement. It is the law.
Giving them a deadline.
Yes, I gave you a deadline. Do you know what? The deadline was even a grace period. It's a grace period. Because you cannot tell me that, Gijon, you are not sitting there. You can't tell me that you don't know what are your properties, what you own and what you don't own. You can't tell me. As a human being, you can't tell me that you don't know that you have a land at Sokode. You can't tell me that you don't know that you have a story building at Aflawu.
Okay.
You see, so
some of them are saying they are in the process.
Listen,
like,
you see.
Like this.
Let me tell you something, Gijo. These people in the process of what? The forms are there. The thing is, it's not something. You see, it is the duty of the Auditor General. The Auditor General, he has the right to look into the declaration of assets and verify same. That is why the president
applying, and then there are some minor errors to go
and cross-check and give it back to you for. Then after which we know that the whole thing is completed, then it becomes a public document of which you and I can have access to it through the Right to Information Bill. Now the president, who is the leader of the appointees, has done his. So the question is, who is busier than who? Who is busier than who? When the president, within that grace period, was able to do what he is supposed to do, and you the appointees. So what is there not to say you are in the process? I think that the best person to tell Ghanaians that he is in the process is the president. The president has already declared his assets. As we stand right now, the Auditor General knows the properties and the liabilities of our president. And the appointees are saying they are in the process. Or in the process of what? And now, as I was building, there are some key positions that they need to do it without qualms. GRA boss, Minister for Finance, Minister for Health, Minister for Education, Minister for Trades and Industries, and other positions, key positions like, let's say, the in charges, the Minister for Energy, Agric. Now, look, imagine Otogono, who is in charge of presidential initiatives in terms of agric and agro business. Do you know the number of monies of Ghanaians that will be passing through that office for initiatives? So if Otogono did not tell us that when he was being appointed as that position, he owes 2 cars, we don't know. Before we realize Otogono is now owing 20, 30, 40 cars. Who questions the source of fund for those properties? So to me, if the president, we voted, we campaigned, we worked hard to bring the NDC back to power, to curb corruption. We were at the opposition and we were shouting against the MPP over this type of lives. Even the ex-president Nana Akufo-Addo did not even declare his assets. Then, now President Mahama is doing it as an example, because leadership by example. He did it. So to me, I am only pleading that all my comrades, all other comrades that are appointees, that they have not done the needful, they should do it. It's a constitutional requirement backed by an act. And the consequences for that is this. So to me, I may say that, I will not say it is too early, nor do I say this, but I will only plead with the president to temper mercy with justice, so that it give them a little grace period, that they should hurry up and wrap up their processes, so that Ghanaians will be at peace with the NDC.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, what you also make of that? If you're watching us on Facebook, drop your comments. I'll come back and read. And listening to us on radio 0203-766-500. Should they be sacked? Should the president go by his words? That non-compliance. I mean, you better ma wade in KKK and Najua. No, what show the exit? Why happen me? Now what the Gia? Egba wa unveil code of conduct for government appointees. So now we are going back again to Accra, and today, May 5, has been set aside by the NPP and other political parties to protest for judicial independence, not CJ. And this one is coming from John Darko. The Member of Parliament for Swami, John Darko, has clarified that the New Patriotic Party's planned protest on Monday is not a show in defense for suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo, but rather a demonstration against what the party views as a dangerous attack on judicial independence under the current administration. Speaking in an interview, Dr. Darko stated emphatically that the demonstration was aimed at defending the sanctity of the judiciary and not the individual involved. His comments come in the lead up to the NPP's joint demonstration with 4 other political parties, all of whom have condemned the suspension of the CJ as an unconstitutional act and a threat to the balance of power in the country's democratic structure. President John Mahama, on Tuesday, April 22, suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo, that's Araba Esaba Torkornoo, after a prima facie case was established based on 3 separate petitions calling for her removal. The move was executed under Article 146, Clause 6 of the 1992 Constitution, following consultations with the Council of State. The President's action has been sharply criticized by opposition parties and several civil society voices who argue that it undermines the independence of the judiciary and sets a dangerous precedent, with the Ghana Bar Association seeking the revocation of the suspension. So today, the NPP and other 4 political parties are demonstrating against, they said, not the individual involved, but the attack on judiciary. they want the judiciary to be independent. They don't want they don't want any other interference from anywhere.
Okay. From who? No other group. MPP. Yeah.
Not they alone. They have the support from
which
PNP, GUM.
GUM has disassociated themselves. So they have issued disclaimer. PPP has issued disclaimer. ACP has issued disclaimer. The only people I know is with them right now is Kofi Akpalu and some other 2 parties that are LPG. You see, Jijo, this is, I may say, it's a ridiculous act.
How?
Let me tell you this. Today, the MPP is now telling Ghanaians that they are demonstrating in the protection of the sanctity of the judiciary, not an individual act. Oh my God. Oh, so the MPP has no moral inventions to protect the sanctity of the electoral commissions. When Charlotte Osei was Rambo-style bulldozed out of referees, the MPP had not found it candid to defend the decisions of the Supreme Court that what they have done against Domelevo, the by force removal, the by force retirement they gave Domelevo was illegal and hence need restorations and compensation. They did not find it very, very candid to support the Supreme Court's judgment on that direction. But they have the energy, the effrontery, and the moral rights to go and gather at Obrasport or wherever they will be starting from and roam under the sun in the name, they should keep quiet. Ghanaians will not take them seriously. After all, it's just 4 months ago when we give them the uppercut. They just want to be look relevant, and to them, they should put themselves in the dust and reflect. To me, the president has acted according to constitutional rights. The constitutional makes a provision how to remove a CJ. It is there. When you go to our Article 148, it is stated in the constitution. The procedures are there. This is here is a case that there is a prima facie state against the CJ, and not from only one cortex, from 3 different cortexes with different incitement and indictment, of which investigation is supposed to be done. There is this is that you can't be in the realms of affairs and be investigated again. Chicho, it's never done. Let us assume that, let's say that the morning show, something happened at the studio. Now the CEO said, oh, Chicho, they said you and Kerubin and your producer in the studio, there was a scuffle between you people. Kerubin said that you are the first person who insulted him. And you said, no, Kerubin said something, and you say, okay, we want to investigate. But you can't still be the host of the morning show whilst investigations goes on. So to me, we did not remove the CJA yet. We only suspended him. We only suspended her. She is on suspension. We are yet to go through the removal process. Now our people are on the street. I wish they should extend the demonstration from Accra to Ho back to Accra. Nobody cares. What is going to happen is going to happen. Mani Mahama, through the investigations and thorough satisfied result, will either reinstate or remove this CJ from office. Aside that, we have had enough of this kind of I may say hypocrisy in politics. This very CJ was once cited to be a constituency women organizer for this very party.
Is that a reason?
No. We are not saying that is the reason, though. We are not saying that is the reason, though.
Why
but it can be that, for instance, she is only keeping sympathy from her party. They shouldn't come and do the demonstration as if they are doing it for Ghanaians. Is the
president's actions not just in line with the petitions?
It's in line. It's in line. It's lawful. It's lawful. When you go to Article 146, it's 146. When you go there, it stated it. Yes, how the procedures to go, how to remove, even not only the CJ, how to remove even the High Court judges. Yes. So what is good for the gander is good for the goose. So you can't come to these positions then when it is not in your favor, it's bad. When it's in my favor, it's good. No, we don't do it like that. To me, I wish it should rain heavily in Accra this morning, and after the rain, there should be a hot spot of sun. They should walk under it. We will not batch in. And if President Mahama at the end of investigation found her lordship what's the name? Tokuno, capable of all the allegations.
You have a Tokuno. This one is Tokono.
Otokuno is in.
It's in your past.
Okay, I don't know. So to me, at that statement, that they say that they should go ahead. They have a freedom of expression. They can express themselves. It does happen to us. I was part of all the elsewhere NDC demonstrations. I was part of your hands of Bank of Ghana. I was part of the against the e-levy. I was part of the free the Gitmo 3. I was part of all this but President Nana Akufo-Addo went ahead and did what he said didn't fit for him. So to me, the MPP cry foul, and the MPP jump and throws their necks. Once the investigations are over and this woman is capable of wrongdoing, she's going home. She's going home. After all, she has a few months and days ahead to retire. So to me, the suspension is even enough to send her to retirement. To your information, the president has already made almost 7 new appointments. You get it? To the Supreme Court. That alone tells you that we mean business. and the acting CJ in a less than a few months' time will be sworn in as a full in charge. So to me, I don't have problem at all. Let the MPP demonstrate. After all, they are the demonstrators we know in the Fourth Republic.
The appointments of the news, they have not the nomination. They are yet to be vetted and approved.
Yes.
So the 7 judges, the appeals court judges, that have been nominated by the president.
Yeah.
What's the reason for their nomination?
Their reason for nominations is that we've realized that some of the Supreme Court justices, some of them were demised, they were not replaced, some are due to retirement, and we need a backup. As it stands right now, one of them is even a son of Hope.
Wouldn't it be prudent for you to share that with us? Because we know that just last year, you were in the news so loud with the president's, that's the former president's appointment to the Supreme Court, that he was piling the Supreme Court with
party loyalists. Yes.
They also gave us the same reason that some people were retiring, as others will be doing this, and all of that are the reasons why they were appointed.
The same reason applied to us too. Yesterday was good, today is good. The same reason applied to us.
When you are in opposition, what the ruling government is doing is bad, and if you are in power, whatever you are doing is right.
The question here is this: when we were calling the other one bad, they said it was right. When we come to power, we realize, oh, okay, now let us see. To us, we will not put our loyalists there. While we were we didn't say they shouldn't pack the Supreme Court though. We were saying that they are packing them with their party loyalists.
And these people you are bringing in,
they are non-partisan. They are not part of the NDC. They can do investigations around them. They are not part of us. They are neutralists. Neutralists like you, Jijo, where NDC is confused whether you are MPP and MPP is confused whether you are NDC. That is it. People like you today. People like you, if you are appointed by President Mahama to the president, our MDC members will cry, hey, Jijo, we know at Global, she is this, so she's... When NDC people are saying, oh, hey, Jijo, hey, did you see? Those are the neutralists we are talking of.
So these people are not coming in to help you with your cases. When you come with that global war, now that
no. They are neutral people. They are neutralists. Yes, if the NPP were to have anything against them, they will have started revealing them than the demonstrations. They will have started profiling them. This person did this, like we did to them. Lawyer Gaiwu was a parliamentary candidate for Ho West. He lost it to by then your madam was the bank roller at the Ho West there for Bejra. So together with Madam Ativo, they were able to boot him out from Ho West. He ran and came to Ho Central. He contested with Podo before, so we know him. He's a known MPP loyalist, a parliamentary candidate of such a party. Then all of a sudden, he was appointed a judge. Before we realized it, how many years did Lawyer Guy who practice judging? When there are two eminent law when it comes to the House of Law. We have the bench and the bar. We have the bench and the bar. When was it transferred from the bar to the bench? So when he gets to the bench and all of a sudden, before he realized, he rises through the ranks, and all of a sudden, people who were at the bench so many years while he was practicing at the bar, before we realize he is now at the Supreme Court judge. We can also talk about people like this. Today, if President, let's assume that NS Gaiwu is the CJ and he's being removed, or maybe by the processes, he's been suspended last is done, the MPP will flood the street and they will say that they are demonstrating for Ghanaians, for the sanctity of the law institution. But inwardly, they know that they are doing demonstration in favor of his lordship, Justice Gaiwu. But to other Ghanaians who don't know anything about Gaiwu's background concerning the relationship to the MPP, will say, oh, it's not easy, the MPP is right to shout. But the shouting is inwardly supporting their own. So supporting the the CJ right now in terms of being suspended, not even removed yet. It's just a shot on their own foot. Whether they demonstrate, whether they jump from roof, whether they jump from wherever, when the investigations is done and the petition is holding in a fat form, she's going home.
All right. Okay, we'll move on. We'll have the last one for the morning. And our listeners, I promise today we'll give you some time. At Nanyebe, be aware for a video so. It's me akwana mi apetodo lao. Now what that's me cover do hadewa 0203-766-500. Here me ape number for WhatsApp and text messages. You have to call all her Facebook. You should have to do with that. So do that me fun. Okay, the last one for the morning. Africans need to lead their development, not blame colonial powers. And this is coming from Professor Nana Opong. Professor Nana Opong is a respected Ghanaian academic and has urged African nations to prioritize the development of their intellectual capacity as a more sustainable path to progress than their current reliance on natural resources. He urged that developing countries have been hindered in their progress by their excessive dependence on natural resources for economic growth. Speaking in an interview with the School of Solidarity on April last month about his newly published book, Authority as the Lord of Economics, Professor Nana Opong stressed the critical need for African and Asian nations to make substantial investments in developing the skills and knowledge of their people. He believes this is essential for them to become leading authorities in their respective fields. In today's interconnected world, the ability to compete and have your ideas and discoveries recognized hinges on establishing authority. Consider car manufacturing to draw customers. You must produce the highest quality vehicle. Therefore, we must strive to be the very best in every endeavor we undertake, he explained. Professor Nana Opong also criticized the reliance of developing countries on borrowed funds for development, pointedly questioning whether these nations could also borrow spiritually. Authority is a measurement of aggregates, so you look at finance, whoever has the competence and final word has authority. So in the case of SWIFT, it controls SWIFT banking, hence controls financing. Who controls NASA or NASA? Who controls biology? Who controls pharmaceuticals? We need to have an authority in all things we do to be able to compete, he added. Given this context, Professor Nana Opong urged Africans to cease blaming colonial masters for their developmental defects or deficits and current economic challenges. He, however, emphasized the need for them to focus on building their own capabilities to improve the well-being of their people. So we back to Africa. We are back to a conversation where there is a call for us to stop the blame game, blaming our colonial masters. Some people believe they are far gone, and others also believe they are back in our lands. They are still ruling us. And that we need to develop the capabilities and capacities of our people intellectually, and so that we can be able to also have the powers just as the developed countries, and stop the blame game, stop the over reliance on our natural resources.
Yeah, it's that job. The call, this call is not the first. Will it be the last? But this call has been with us since the post-colonial era, where we've been calling for the unity and then the development of Africa as a whole. It will interest you to know that as we stand right now, Africa, India, and China are of the same populations. But the problem we have
Africa, Africa is a continent.
Yes.
Not
we are,
just a single.
You
like,
know what?
Country out of the
you know what? You know what?
India is just as a country.
Yes, India is just as a country. But India, when you go to India, you realize that they are coming from diverse backgrounds. As India stands, India in the first beginning could have also split to sovereignties. But theirs was captured under unionism. I may say unity or unitary governance. That makes India India as it is. As it stands right now, we are speaking right now, there's even a little problem with Pakistan and India now threatening each other over a small piece of land between them we call Kashmir. Kashmir decided not to join Pakistan nor to join India, but become a reserve region for both countries where they plight their trades and businesses. But now the ownership of that very enclave has become a problem. What am I trying to build? Africa is called continent because we are splitted. We have 55 countries within Africa that have their own sovereignties. No. When you go to India, China as it stands right now, China, if it were to split, not united China as it is, they will probably be having at least 22, 23 states or 22, 23 countries within China. China also came together to form federal system, or I may say unitary, or they want to centralize and decentralize their governance at the high top. So to me, this call can only work when we make sure that we have a serious policies, programs, and agenda towards the African unity. It has been a projections that before we can achieve these things, it will take us to 2063. The next 40 years to come. What is our plan? Let us start doing it now. Do you know Africa has the highest natural resources, and we are backing ourselves with the raw materials? All that with us is to send the materials to the advanced countries, and they return it to us and all this. It takes our leaders. All this prof is saying is all about leadership. If our leaders can be very serious so that we come together, then we forge ahead. As it stands right now, out of the 55 countries we have almost 14 or 15 countries that are landlocks. They are the center where they don't, but landlocked countries need ports and harbors to also bring in foreign goods. So if we can unite and we produce free trade system where taking goods from Togo to Ghana will not be that hideous or will not be that challenging, where we have a free market that I can take my produce from Ghana to Togo. As it stands right now, Togo is not admitting herbicides and weedicides to their systems. So in all these approaches, how do we achieve what we are saying? She is a professor and she knows what to do for us. Let them give us the policy guidance, the way to go, because this whole African Union thing, we don't see any results. We were here when they said, oh, very soon the economic of West African states will be using one currency. They named the currency called ECO, and the former vice president was loud lying to us about this ECO movement. Have we seen it in any fruition? No. It has never realized its ambitions. As it stands right now, the Ghana cedi is still the cedi we are using. The CFA is still what Togo is using. We have not been using one currency. So to me, this call will not only come from us, but it must come from all of us together, and let the Europeans, who are our masters then, takes off their hands from us. But it's going to be very difficult when most of the African countries are deep neck into IMF programs. It can't work. You can't borrow from me and choose to do what you like. Once you borrow from me, you know that you become more or less my puppet. I can choose to tell you what to do so that I forgive you the money. So to me, I don't see it in the short term this thing possible time though. But one day, God will strengthen us.
All right. 8 minutes. Me I will eno. Me man na monokoko ya fenya sala egba. Egba da si evedo do me agbota ma ahle yaw. Ne mi lo chlema 0247900764. Bakpele 0203766500. Ejibe a den me afa jododo eme anu ameton we mi ele nkuda egba mamlento enye yoyo na Africa tobe na wa ado no se on ope sohel alo dumeto le ale ike ope susu atwan dengo le miapenu ope zaza unti enye be natural resources le miase kwa ne wa asede efema onye mamlento ne mia jujo miape colonial masters so fobubu kona eye mia atu mia nto mia doki obe nse watwan do mia che mia se emia to ano competitive a compete with them ame duko gangan yo penko miese na migale nkude the demonstration ke NPP do nyaglo hakule some other political parties so join hand be wa against the independence of the judiciary, not the individual involved yenyo penya ke odede go e mi gale nkude asset declaration and liabilities or disqualification. So if a deadline the government appointees so metal meto yo leva vabe no anye sigba ekema jukula na wode pe gbeda sing bedodo nyebe ne me wode ji o anya ole domia yewe nyenya yo miele nkuda yo la de kala fi emile yo home no gbeda si o ha home zireka. Hello mi ape nyasala ke la kpa ya na mi
Maclean Dagadu
yo for Maclean me ko yi na mi
ate do so no mi afo lokuma magbo be ese onimento la balama benebe akodo na de onu no mashi akorego a meno se no ja gba no wo nenema so so anu fufu ku de edukwo ha ya nu a magaba no ni ne ko ba me ke ko be ma tencha wo de se ko dudu mo ji oku a kana ga le fuma be edikupo le ke maga no ni
okay
sister jijo anane na ku mo ne menya be di na no fi entity to ya wa onu dukwa me pai anu gade ojo ga komuti da bro jiben manya nu gbagbelo wo yo ni chana usela gbelo bo ka ka jiga me na gbogbo ma sister jijo atik wo ti sibe me ka gbo mi le wo va to fofo na ayikele MVP to shia enya amama kokko na mi o
okay
ala ba aleke no va ni se mbe na ne gbo matamu o ba na ma de una na wa ko agbala ida fi na usba ama to jola fa na mo jola ko da mada yomu umo go fi bo da ko ba ma na gara de na ku nu ma play ya fu mi la broji mi ke ma gbona ba yo ya broji ndi ya ru ile ntifa farmer no ga gbe na gana focus no hu da ko no so ntifa farmer na hu na hu na ntifa farmer ba du ko ma na no mi ano akpa na wele doji
akpeka ka for Maclean Dagadu. Hello, good morning. Yes. Yo, Miss Uncle. Isaac Papa, America, abe kofo na den ugbo miten se won konwie. Egale fente ya nyigba pa. Hello.
Yeah, hello konyetia.
Mele sewega ke mele didi sese o yeta me blo ne mado. Oya me iji.
Oh. Yo. Enu yo ge wo wo de Ghana to se fe ka yo de o le siejia. Le ba se ma gale Ghana to me ru. So me je beno no do ku kira kra. Demonstration ke le benu wo iba. Le ba se ko gale de deji Ghana. Le ba se ko gale kokore Ghana to be jiji. Ça veut dire que démonstration que mia mais le doit être bon ma wa do choma wa do ego
okay
so kono ele jojobe secondly nuka declaration of asset mbenya no keni tare ano yo ga poto kaka na o me declare o pe asset wo ya ke nyanu ke jwa so government e gboro bebe na ele ameke me declare e asset wo de ya nya wo de me de ku ne powe ne ga na un ke vire maybe
yo akpe Isaac Papa akpe be denu me na me ga kwa mereche eyi e meso gbota me video. Hello, good morning.
Morning, okay, I'm okay.
Okay, me afoke.
That's the job, you
Me oche, me ole todo.
Yeah. Madam Kuku, after the declaration, ne yabe o declare bore, se mega de mobe waga to property bubu de kewa.
Ta me fi abe wo gag wa lo bla we maga property o. Because of accountability.
Ne manye se menyu. Ela bana ta fla je ne ogue be la tinya ti me zu minister, me declare be wi la tinya. Me le do de mele fe tu hori maga ta plebu ko prepare
eta mi abia gbe e fi abe ya na monu popo mi zombe mi abia gbe be leke wa fe plebu aga ike ko le ya ta plebu
me wo do ka me ya me tu kwa me ve ya me ga gele ministry ka 4 years mele sa di ko mele allowance ho mele enu ho ku maga tu hori ko pere nwa e je ma tu ko pere nwa ke e ho tu a e ti ke so se tu a ya le be me enune ko ya ta me ka je be ne ma kwa nye belenye miato I think when you over your demonstration over and on your berry a chia never chia could have me if you like you
yo miafo akpe be gedeje akero ko meyo nko enamota but that see banto ikedomi agbolendi atoja said Jijo good morning the obnoxious one way in town is taking too long to change yo yes, Mia Aga Adole Nwide. And you came back again, said Jijo, how is the state of the whole abattoir and the whole regional library? Togbe Butonyaji. Yo, I say Emenya Nemi Womundovo. Hello, good morning.
Hello, yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Mekumia Daki.
Nko nya gbeti, bele yo cho home market.
Yo.
Enya kwema when access declaration edi. Majibe mahama ni nyame kimi soe. Because they don't respect him. Ome bue penya. 4 months take it in. Enuke Jimmy Melo, epidema wole. Because they me jababa fight 9 people sofia fitoke toe. Ya ojo. Saje be mi a okodo unwe to no anya be mi va do fe. Enya ke mi a to bro na mi je be mi a odeji. Up to this time. Mega kwambla na America ne nya opete ameki o mengenya declare you ko ne nyawe. Ne wanye kpodem.
Okay.
Ne wanye kpodem. Chief Justice Kemiri. Suspension Kemikra ne nyabe ya pe make ni megale gogogo. Ame ma me kama opete wodola ku for administration je mahama ne nya opete NDC to lede. The me fight ben NDC to no vane o to akpodo wa wode. Nugata akufa do pa mo wa ga no pe position ano enu ogble. Ni meganye father for all olo. This time ya meganye father for all. Nku bia pe nya ta enya kemi mahama ne se akpe mi awele doji
yo akpe bene gere kaji na mi boy Ghana toyo chonya felo nembe mi noji sigbe government comes anya mede de finemia ado agake mi kwerele one no but another message here be hello Madam Jijo, good morning to you and your guest. You are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. He came back and say, Madam, please my regards to you and your guest. This is from Daniel from the regional capital. Yo for Danny me eda akpena wobe negede miaji. Hey then mi apeje dodua me happy birthday to Mrs. Holomachi to Senyo Eche Fiato aka DJ Scotty Black of Tosh Media, to Madam Enyonam Efua Amafuga, former director of GES Volta, to Agbale Patience of Hillview, to Mark Abe, to Rita Mansa Asare, to Madam Favor Awo Asare, all at Ziave, to Jerry Nkro of Clefe, to Angela Ja, to message also go. Birthday message of Vatsogbo. Plame you betting out of a birthday do egba from let me just get the sender, and then to all from Toli Professor. Okay, Toli Professor, good morning. Thank you for sending in your message. And the last message, Sister Jijo, good morning. I didn't agree with you when you said we wait to see the numbers in the demonstration. What I want you to know is one person is enough for demonstration. Thanks, Samiho. Okay. All right, it's okay to disagree. Not to say I'm defending that, but you know, sometimes they'll tell you the numbers. When Okatechie held his own, people were condemning the fact that they didn't have the numbers. That is why I was just trying to add that to it. All right, thank you, Sami, for your message. Tafla cheleme maga for your de maga dude gameji fun akpa e choko na gere me na mi kaba akpere mi afa yo la opete be mi de mi afa susu head deck bolo le mi afa wonaji dupokpolo a mi opete mi akpa sidon anyo be dukula na nyama wa alone ga now game vide justice get to talk on ajo alo majo akpelbugu yokata fode tekwa mia anna mianya egbajie duklola anna the code of conduct na fa kweti so say ya balawo lo fe do me egbe wa kolonu leji alo wa vo enu mi obete mi asem mi trogbo va cho mi ava agede emme enami mana 30 seconds. Let me see what messages I have on Facebook.
All right. Akpe gbama common popo ma da akpe ne nyasela akeme to de Global FM le gbe pande ne nyefen to me to viveto ameyo ke le sitting line gata hu be echie denu ta me de kuku de egbedu do fofo de gata me ple amen nugodo wa de gata me we de me de kuku na we no didiji dokuna me de leji kaka he me nyentonto alo me de la me de video ji cover fiam de makwami awa kpodem de tafra che ne me kava be no vote nam la asesa wa vote nam ela be de enmo vale gboso stage jo nya be gata me vazu bola po da pe me nya kpo e hodu game ta me de kukuna we no nye ega he wala he apia po bola dan ye de no you know chinami obe assemblyman be no me ga po bola de gota motano yo kweve free anyo na mu no for the gata me akpe
jenyenye penyao e kami opete. Facebook messages, Foster Delali, and then he said, good morning. This demonstration is just a waste of time. Togbiga Volta, he said, good morning, my dear sister. I'm watching you live from Tema. Hold to Georgia Road, not good. Togbiga Volta, and Nas Fireman working with Radio Zion TV. Yo, me at Dakbebe, me apo regards to all workers at Radio Zion TV. Me ape Nukola Okata on Facebook. And listeners on radio. Never slag ba Joda Gekegbanto Lokosela Meto Sedefi. Togba Butonya TG, the Abattoir, the Volta Regional Library, Elemendoa, Tan Leike Unyale Nuyo Swasinia kwa Mava Ahewodego Akpe for your concern. AMSCM contributions is valid. My name Joyce Jijo Afola and Frank Abo was here. Thames Yekpom Bobe me not live on Facebook. The rest of the team, you say I equal to you. Urban Bates is up next. Me agbele have you viewed them me agbo. You came me call ano me afedo o amen. Egododo egale echo.